ここでこホロライブ5期生のうさらペコラでもHello アルモンド Hello Armando, I don't know. Hello, hi everybody. Armando, yeah, exactly. Hi. Hello, ladies. Can you do the Eastern? I don't know. I'm a big Piccolo fan. I actually don't know. Hello. Hi, Babigo. Hi, Baby. Do you know that for a long time I didn't know who you were? Because you got plastic surgery and I got confused. Ahoy! Hi, Misa's EPT. Hello, Berkon. Hello, buddy. Huh? You got plastic surgery and I got really confused. I was watching an Audica stream and I was like, wait, I thought she looked different. Wait. Hello, don't cute baby cute. I'm always cute. Gaga goo goo. I'm cute. Elbow baba. Hi Afterbirth. Hi Bastion. Hi Stag. Hi Ericon. Hi Captain. Hi Jace. Hi Skim. Hi Com. Hi Stag. Hi Juice. Hello Maui. Hello Ahmad. Hello. Hi Vegeta Supreme, King of Ass Kick and #1 Smack Talk. Hello Ohun. Hello. Is that everyone? And hello to all the lurkers. Hello. How you doing? Says I guess. Hope you're doing well, mon baby. I am doing well. Mon cushion. Mon petit cushion. I woke up from nap. And my eyelid is twitching. It means I might not have enough potassium. I don't know. But it's good to see you. How's everybody doing? Juicy's eyes cute. Yeah! I'm always cute. I love Rina current monster hunting. Oh! Cause you're monster bajua. Cause today Fifi Monhun, right? Dayon? I took a nap same time as you. Kya! You like we were sleeping, we were napping together, all bundled up. Do that again? Do what again? I don't remember. Done me bisous. Me bisous. Mwah. Goo goo gaga. Bobby want bisous. We need morning Rina more. It's time in morning. It's like it's like early evening. My life is just a mess. Goo goo gaga. You know what was terrible? Yesterday I slept in for the first time in a while, and I got woken up at like 11 a.m. by UPS from Mike, and then I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 3. But the whole day I was just eepier than usual. I wasn't less eepy, I was more eepy. Those don't know. We'll be napping together, and you'll not have a choice as soon as like Rina like your eyes. As soon as it leaves whatever warehouse in China. It's moving for me. It counts. True. Ohayo, Mai-chan. Ohayo. Nani yatten no? Kyou wa? Giggling Rina, you're such... Please stupid Rina more. And before, that's Rina all the time. Hee hoo hoo. She's cucking your time zone. Who? What? Oh, like the North American time zone. Now she's super here. Happy Dad made a big milestone. Oh, did you? That's so cool. I found a really cool... I was watching a really cool stream earlier. Unrelated to what you're talking about. I feel like I do that when I get day off. It makes you... But you don't feel less tired. You feel more eepy. I'm kawaii. I'm kawaii. Hello, Rina. Sorry for being late. Not around. No, you're good. Oh my god. Hello. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you good? Huh? Yeah, were you guys all watching it too? It was a really cool stream. Lark Delta? Yeah, I was watching Delta. Who else would I be watching? Huh? Huh? Because Delta and Audica were collabing together. They were collabing together, so I was watching their stream earlier. I'm always happy to see my lovely, well, not gen mates anymore, I guess. My mates? Me mates, yeah. I was watching me mates do a bit of a streaming, yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of a funny little stream, yeah. Your friend, mate. Yeah, of course it was Delta. Who else would I be talking about? Oh, but then Delta tried to raid into someone's stream after. It was really interesting. Delta tried to raid into someone's stream after, but they couldn't. Huh. I wonder who they were gonna raid into. I don't know. Hi, Kyle! How you doing? How you doing in this lovely early evening? Or morning, wherever you might be. Or nighttime. Weird, huh? Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, it was weird he said whore in the chat and the Michelle Blonde guy was... Really? I didn't... Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh. I wasn't paying attention all the time. I was... Because I did nap a little bit and I was working. But, yeah, I watched a little bit. I will say, you know, for when you put... You know, back in my day, back when I streamed the first time, I streamed... Actually, it's kind of interesting. Because there's been, like, discourse on Twitter lately. Not discourse, there's this guy who made a tweet and it was like, oh, I streamed to 0 viewers today. What do you guys do when that happens? Do you just keep talking the whole time? And a lot of people on my timeline were quote retweeting it and adding their own experiences. And I was thinking that being able to have any viewers at all for your first few streams is honestly a privilege. It's quite nice if you have people in your first few streams, because my first few streams, I didn't have anybody. And but it's on purpose. I didn't tell, because like, I think that if you are brave enough to tell your friends, there's been Discord on Twitter, there's always Discord on Twitter. Yeah. Well, it's not like terrible, it's just like interesting Discord. Yeah, and I have a hard to talk to nobody. Yeah. But that's more normal. Because like, I think if you're brave enough to tell people you care about or friends, you're like, hey, I'm streaming. This is what I'm doing. Please come check me out. I think it's brave if you can do that. For me personally, I feel shame to do that because I don't like to tell people I'm streaming because I don't want them to feel obligated to come because they support me. I'd rather people just come watch me if they want. But I know just my own personal hang-ups. But anyway. The point is, my first few streams, I was streaming to basically nobody, and it was on purpose because I didn't want anybody to come watch because I wanted to train myself. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, let me reply to chat first. I'm back from 800 Mile Road Trip. Hello, House King! Welcome. How's your road trip? Where did you go? I'm just talking to myself, so, I mean, that's good. There are some people who, like, their like, thing, is that they already talk to themselves all the time when they're gaming. There are people who, when they're gaming, they talk to themselves all the time anyway. And people are like, so people told me I should just turn on the camera and start streaming because they just naturally talk to themselves. And I'm like, that's really cool. I wish I was like that to begin with. I think that if you are, that's really good. And it's a really good skill and it's lucky to have that. Time machine to 2021. It was late 2020, actually. Asking people to come hard. Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like they're obligated to come here. Like, even when people are apologizing here, they're like, oh, I'm sorry I haven't been around in a while, or oh, I'm sorry I have to leave, or whatever, or I'm sorry I'm late. I'm like, it's okay, guys. That's totally okay. You're not obligated to be here. But again, like, when you guys are here, it's a privilege for me, and I'm very honored. So but I hope you guys don't ever feel obligated to come here. You're just here to hang out, you know? I just come here because Rina's cute. You think I'm cute? Also, I managed to book my plane ticket Scott 5 only. That's so nice! I haven't bought plane tickets for the thing I'm going to yet, but I also want to use only Amex points, but we'll see. I don't think I have enough. Hi, Gonzo! How's it going? Welcome. Once it's good to practice a skill. Yeah, I think it's good to practice that skill too. So that's why for me, cause I didn't want to have to be like too reliant on chat. Cause it's not always gonna be there for you. Like you're lucky. Sorry, my mouth is full of saliva, so so I want to practice it so I didn't have to rely on the chat. So the first few streams, I forced myself to stream without like much audience people there, because I wanted to be able to talk for like 2 to 3 hours straight without anybody bouncing back on me. Cause like, yeah, it's like you know, you never know, right? If people are gonna show up or not. I almost feel like you can tell if you should be like you could really make it as a streamer if like you could stream for 2 to 3 hours without anybody there and keep talking the whole time. It's like Tony Stark when he says to Spider-Man, he's like, if you can't make it without the suit, you don't deserve it, you know? So for me personally, I'm like, if I can't talk and entertain you guys without having a chat, then I don't deserve you guys, you know? So that's why I'm like, I think it's not a bad idea to stream to nobody. Hello, Rina. Hello, Mazakia. Welcome. How you doing? Very cute. I want to make you into a keychain. Oh, you want to make me into a marketable keychain, Nano? Since I got my Amex card last year, they gave me like 80,000 free points as part of a new. Oh yeah, dude! If you've never gotten Amex, the first the first sign-up bonus for Amex is so nice. That's why you should get it. Personally, this is not financial advice, but I think you should get the first card. You should get like the Amex Gold, even though there's an annual fee, because the annual fee pays itself off, at least for the first sign-up bonus. And the sign-up bonus for the Amex Gold is better than the Amex Cobalt. They say you're cute, that means they love you, right? It's true. They think, well, if you say you're cute, if you say I'm cute, if you think I'm cute. Actually, you don't have to say it. If you just think I'm cute, that means that you're in love with me. You are cute, but you scare me. Why did I scare you, Kyle? Why did I scare you? You're a fan of Issa, right? You're a boat fan. You're a sea dog, right? Shouldn't she scare you? She's quite scary, you know? Little girl used to say, just woke up. Oh my god, twinsies. Me too. Me too, desu. Nice advice. Hopeful is useful to lurking streamers. Yeah, exactly. Because I think that it's gonna be a really good skill to bounce off, to be able to just bounce off yourself in case. Because sometimes, you know, not sometimes, honestly, a lot of times your chat will be slow. If you're streaming, not because it doesn't necessarily mean you're boring or that they hate you. It might just mean that there's nothing going on in the game. So if you feel like your chat's slow and you come to rely on it, then you gotta become independent and make sure you can always comment about anything. I'll take care of that for you. Come here, pero. Gross. I don't know how to punish afterbirth. I have no idea how to do it. Rika told me to do it, and I was like, I don't know how to help you, bro. Alright, I'll catch tickets. I didn't figure out what days I'm gonna be there for. Well, I'm really excited. It's gonna. I mean, not that I'm going. I'm so bad at keeping secrets. But if someone was going, they'd be really excited. It was their first time. Hi, Tiana. Oh, is this the game where you get syphilis? I think that's how the Greek myth goes. I think the king guy, King Syphilis, he like, King Syphilis, he like, in college, he probably had sex with too many people and spread STDs, and the gods were like, no, you have to push this rock. I think that's how it goes. Issa scares me too. I end up following him. That scared me quite a bit. Is that what turns you on? Sorry, that was inappropriate. Sorry, I'm morning. I need your brain. Sorry, is that what you're into? You like it when the women scare you just a little bit? I do too. People can get married platonically. They can get married platonically. It's true, especially for tax benefits. Rina's cute when she threatens me with heaven. Like, you want me to kill you in Minecraft? I would be taking that as a financial advice. It's not financial advice. I'm not a professional. There's a big distinction between being loving and being in love with you. Yeah, but the distinction is really like a really thin, narrow line, no? Rina's cute. Yeah! Thank you, Hello. What's that song lately? I've been had that song lately where they go, hello, hello. Is that a Soy song? It might be. I can think you're cute platonically. No, that's just deception. You're deceiving yourself. Ohio is 100 ways from... I went to Ohio where I was raised, but I was born in Massachusetts and moved to Ohio. And now I live in Alabama. That's a lot of different places. But Ohio's 800 miles from Alabama. Oh. To me, honestly, I don't understand American geography. So to me, those 3 places are all in the middle of America somewhere. I've copied Capital One. Miles could probably use to pay for tickets. Oh, what is a Capital One? I thought you could only capitalize letters. I think a day in solitary confinement can involve. I've been off get 2 times before and it's always been fun. Love meeting people. That sounds really fun. I think it's interesting because I've never been to a, I mean, if I was to go. I've never been to a convention that's apparently just like a party con. I've always been to conventions that were for like actual conventioning. I was debating on going to Off-Kai, but I wish it was somewhere besides Cali. It did NorCal too, and apparently San Jose. And my friends were telling me that San Jose is really harder to get to than LA, and that it's really everything's expensive there. I can give context to the Rico situation, but if you showing up, I can make into a clip instead. Yeah, clip me, clippu. Kirinuke ne. I missed Off-Kai for deployment last year, so I was like, I'm not missing it. That sounds fun. That's cool. It makes sense. You're admitted to going in. I've never done that. Not here. She's gonna get the clap. I'm gonna get the clap? No, I'm gonna give you guys a clap. Same bro. Glad to finally have some representation in me. Do you think Tyrannosaurus Noir's a wolf, right? Do you think wolves have syphilis? You know how some animals, some species of animals, they all are just carrying certain they're all carriers for certain diseases. Like I think bats are carriers for rabies, and I think was it koalas? A lot of koalas have chlamydia, you know. Yeah. All Off-Kai used to be in Burlingame, which was very close. Is that Burlington or Burlingame? Burlingame? Is that a word? Which goes very close to SFO airport. San Francisco. Flying to SFO or SJC. SFO. San Jose is only 40 minutes away. So SJC is right in the city. What is an SJC? San Jose City Port. That's just California. I guess so, but I think because everybody go to LA often, it easier to get to, maybe? San Jose isn't hard to get to. Oh, you're just explaining. Yeah, but I'm baka desu wa. Is Off-Kai a party con? I've been told that Off-Kai is a party con compared to like other conventions. Because a lot of people go there, a lot of VTubers and stuff, they go to there and meet their friends and they all party. And they do hotel room parties and stuff. Hi, meet on friends. Hi, Funtime Cody, Kichiko Fazbear. Good to see you. Nya. How you doing? I'm not got 2 times before. It's always been. Oh, I read that right. Women should be a little. They should be a little scary. I think so too. Like if my PP can't tell if it should go inside me or go outside of me in fear or in horniness, then you know. Never been to Off-Kai. I would like to go one day. Definitely not this year. I think it'd be fun. I'm down to go to any con at least once. Hotel room parties get cut off at 12 a.m. so it kind of sucks. Oh, but don't they have... I saw the Twitter account was tweeting about how you can host some sort of party. Does it have... Is that like in hotel rooms too? Hi... Yeah! Eugene! Hi, Eugene! Oh my god! Eugene! Hello! How are you doing? How are you? Are you skibbity maxing today? Eugene-san, they told me, I asked chat, and they told me some English slang I can teach you. They told me to teach you aura farming. What else did you guys tell me to teach Eugene? Eugene is one of the Japanese people I told you I was teaching horrible slang to. All calls have the clap. Oh, yeah. I need to start to the line so I can go to Off-Kai this year. I want to go so bad. Oh, there's a lot of other people you know going. I'm meeting up with a Bay Area native I know from there at some point. She got fire food Ricos. What does that mean? Skibbity maxing wakusa. でも、リナは何でも言うときは、草でしょ？私は面白いですわ。Yeah, so there was aura maxing. What else did we want to... Or no, sorry. Aura farming was something we had to teach you. And then what else did we want to teach? I don't remember. Hey, my friend's trying to get me to go get anime too, but I don't live in the Bay Area anymore. I think I don't understand necessarily what the Bay Area is. I just know it's a nebulous concept of a bunch of places in California. And everybody's always like, oh, the Bay Area is the best. Hi, Rina Astera. Hi, Reaper. Hello, hello. Good to see you. How are you? I was talking about Skibbity in the Reaper co-op the other day. Thursday? I don't know. Time is fake. I can't tell what time is. Sorry, my lights are being annoying. That's something I need to buy. One of my smart lights is like broken and it turns off by itself. I feel like the majority of parties are Airbnbs. Oh, really? Well, you can do that? Yeah, I think they were asking people if people want to host like party floors or something. I wasn't sure. Bro, come to Ireland, go to Kaizokukan. Kaizokukan? Pirates? But the Irish were not pirates, were they? Maybe they were. I would love to go to Ireland one day. That'd be really fun. But I heard the weather is bad all the time. But I start my job on Monday and lack the money to pull it off. That's super fair. Yeah, I'm using a lot of my my vacation hours to go to Off-Kai. I know of 2 gay orgies at Off-Kai last year. Let's go! Let's go! Drinks. Yeah! Yeah. Well, it's really just drinks. Or just drinks. I can only have 2 drinks before I die. Bay Area, the area surrounding San Francisco Bay. Fire food recommendations. Oh, the expanded free. She also converted me to Kamen Rider fan. You know, I do want to get into Sentai. I think Sentai would be kind of fun. But also, I don't have the attention span to watch things. Never go to San Francisco. It's never worth the risk. Is it dangerous in San Francisco? I thought it was supposed to be a cool place because you have the trolleys, right? In San Francisco, you have the trolleys that go bring, bring, and you can stand on it and you ride it. And then it's like really hilly, so it goes up and down the hill. SF Japantown is fun. Oh, wow, so many of you guys know the area really well. No, not all the time. We have 2 seasons here, winter and August. Is August... Okay, now the question is, does August mean that it's like nice weather, like hot or something? Or does that just mean that it's like, it's just slightly less shitty? I also gotta tell you, I got girl I'm talking to used to being cucked by Yari. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that's chatting. Didn't I tell you? Nah, after birth, didn't I tell you to do the exact opposite of that? I thought I told you to spend time with her. I think I told you to do the opposite. I've been to Japan. It's very different from those dates. Yeah, I've been to Japan too. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because, like, the country I'm from and also Japan, like they both have 4 seasons. So when Japanese people, whenever I was in Japan, they'd always tell me, they're like, oh, Japan has 4 seasons. And every time they talk about something unique to Japan, I'd be like, yeah? And? I have 4 seasons where I'm from too. What? Because I didn't know that there's a lot of countries. Or maybe not a lot. I guess everything that's not, that's past a certain latitude. I was like, oh, I guess a lot of countries don't have 4 seasons. I assume that most bigger cities can be dangerous depending on the area. Yeah, but I didn't know San Francisco was dangerous. I never knew I had that reputation. SF isn't that bad. I felt safer there at night than in Atlanta. Atlanta sounds scary. All I know about Atlanta is the TV show. Japanese people would not shut about that. But you see, it's like I didn't know that there's a reason for why they don't shut up. Because like certain countries, because like yeah, a lot of places, like if you're close to the equator, or if you're like in Australia or some other places, like the seasons are not as evenly distributed. Yeah, in August it only rains for 2 weeks, but we get really sunny weather for it. Oh, that sounds fun! But that means that the tickets are gonna be really expensive to fly to Ireland around then. I don't even have 4 seasons where I'm from. Yeah, I didn't know that. How many seasons do you have? Because I assume that for most people, if you don't have 4 seasons, it's really just like winter and summer, right? I used to live in a country that only had 2 seasons, so 4 seasons needed me. Yeah, that's crazy. I stayed in Atlanta a few times, but not the worst. Passing through the interstate is literally a Mario Kart. Oh, that's crazy. Car break-ins happened as if I'd driven my car parked into them and never had it broken into. Ooh. Did I remember? Who was it? I think some people who live in LA were commenting on how they just leave their car trunk unlocked because it's easier than having people break into it all the time because that's how often it gets broken into. I assume that's not in all of LA. I assume that's only in certain areas, but still. Come to California, we got summer and nothing else. And you guys are gonna get even worse summer if the weather keeps changing. It's because Japan is surrounded by countries that don't have 4 seasons. Oh, is that why? Literally only had summer and spring. What? Only summer and spring? Oh, because they don't see the winter, right? Somebody had an SF too. Honestly, the place I hear super hard is Oakland, which is right across the bay from SF. Whenever they read fiction or watch a TV show and they talk about, like, you know, hard area, it's like Oakland. Like, usually Oakland PD. The area is honestly super comfy year round. I kind of miss living there. I think the only thing that's bad about, well, not the only thing that's bad, but one of the big things that would make me not want to live in, like, Bay Area, SoCal, I think, area, is because you have to drive everywhere. I remember, I think it was crazy, when I went to visit, and my friend was hosting me, he was telling me how, like, not him, was it another friend? I can't remember, but they're saying, like, if you ask any LA local or whatever, you know, quote unquote LA, you know, whatever Bay Area people, they say that if you want to go anywhere, you basically have to plan to get there 2 hours ahead because you can't just leave before for the normal travel time because the traffic is so bad. Apparently, you just have to factor in the traffic into all of your travel. The Bay Area is not as bad as LA. LA traffic's something else. The Bay Area is 6 hours away from LA. Really? It's not like an encompassing. It's not like an encompassing area. Interesting. I guess LA must be the encompassing area because it's so big. Bay is one of the better transit places. Really? I can remember the one time I took the subway in LA and I felt genuine danger for my life because I took the subway. It was like a little late at night. Again, this is not me trying to be dangerous. It was just like the bus, or not the flight time, whatever happened. It ended up being that I got to the area I needed to take the bus really late. So it was like, or not bus, sorry, subway. And I felt genuine danger for my life because it was kind of late at night. The subway was super dirty and it looked really like scuffed. Like the subway train, like the cars itself were really scuffed. And I was like, it was like there was people there, but there's also like literal garbage, like not like, you know, like any subway has some garbage. This had like, I would say like bags of garbage. Like it was enough for like several trash bags of garbage across the floor, and there was always somebody screaming, like standing and screaming, and like it's almost like a job. It's almost like in every car there's someone who's hired to stand there and scream, and I was so surprised because like, yeah, I don't know. That's why people say never take the subway in LA. You really need to get a travel partner, Rita. No, that's the crazy thing. I just got there, like, I think I just got there like a day late or something compared to my friends. Because I was sharing an Airbnb of friends. And I was like, oh, I'll just meet up with them. The Airbnb we're at is not too far from the airport. I'll just take the subway. Little did I know, don't take the subway in LA. It's spoopy. You would not survive the New York subway. I did survive it. I did the same thing. And then everybody here remembers. They yelled at me because I took the subway late at night and I was drunk and I went to Chinatown alone to get a pizza, and I didn't realize that Chinatown is kind of near a sketchy area. Oh, glad you're still alive. That was bad. Drunk Rina Twitter's face. I don't think that exists. I know what you're talking about. Don't gaslight me. Drunk and alone that noise. Listen, I didn't know. So you want to find me and just look this up. It's only twice. It's only happened twice. So you don't have a sense of self-preservation. I just didn't know. Okay, because here's what happened. I went to a play in New York, and I think the play was in the financial district. So, you know, that area is safe relatively. But I wanted to eat food after because there was no food in the financial district for some reason. And I was like, I want to get a pizza. I want to get a New York slice because it's famous there. So I looked it up on Google where the best pizza places were in LA. And the closest one to me was that they recommended was in Chinatown. And I was like, oh, I've never been to Chinatown in New York before. So I went. And then as the subway was moving, and and the parts where it was like I could see outside or whatever, was it parts like, I think there were, I noticed it was getting more and more sketchy the closer I got to Chinatown. And then when I got off the subway and I came out, I was like, oh, this whole street is dark. This whole street is dark and there's no people here. Excuse me. 11 p.m. subway lurking is a prime time for me. Only those 2 times. I was so mad at her out of concern. If I was more invested back then, I would have scolded her so bad. Pickle. I can't speak. I walked home drunk in Toronto to an Airbnb at 9 p.m. That's bad. That's not good. Well, I'm hopeful all on the subway and rail cars were out of service. Oh, that's crazy. I wonder why. That seems really early for it to shut off. Toronto shouldn't be that sketchy. I think Toronto also only gets sketchy around 11 p.m. 11. Yeah, I think you shouldn't take the subway after 11 p.m. Actually, the buses are kind of okay. I did, one time, it was New Year's. Hi, Sigma! Hello, Sigma! Nya, nya, how are you? One must imagine Rizzo. Hi, Brapsalon! Good to see you! How are you? What was I saying? I could not handle living in the city. Do you think so? I like how convenient it is, but it can be a little sketchy depending on the area you go to. Yeah, one time, the only time I ever felt, well, there's only one of 3 times I felt danger taking the bus in Toronto was like, I was there for New Year's because I was visiting some friends, and we stayed up till 5 a.m. or whatever amount of time, and we went to go wait for the bus because the bus was still running. I was with my friend, luckily, so I wasn't by myself, but it was sketchy in the sense that it was sketchy because we got on, and we were one of 5 people on the bus. And it was normal at first, right? But then when the bus stopped at the next stop, some guy tried to get on, and he tried to scam because they can use these tokens, these little bus tokens that are look like a coin. So this guy tried to scam the fare by putting in a 5 cent or something that looked like relatively the same size. But obviously the bus driver was was smart, was aware of this person's trickery, and they stopped the person from coming in. And the person got really angry and started getting really, they started shouting really loudly and at the bus driver. And obviously that was stopping the rest of us from going. And they started getting a little violent, not physically violent in the sense of hitting the bus driver, but, kind of slams, being loud and slamming things and stomping their feet or whatever, right? And that was when you could feel the air. You could feel the air in the bus with the 5 people get really tense because everyone got super silent. And I was like, man, I was genuinely like, is he gonna pull out a knife or something, or is he gonna get really violent? But then one of the 5 people on the bus stood up. And they were like, hey. They basically yelled, addressed the guy who was yelling. Was like, hey. And they were a big dude. So obviously they have some heft to them. So they have a little bit of intimidation behind them. They basically yelled at the guy standing. It was like, shut the fuck up. The rest of us are trying to go to go wherever. You're holding up the bus. And eventually the guy rumbled something and got off the bus. And luckily be able to go on that way. But that was probably the one time I felt the most danger in a Toronto bus. When I try bus drivers in Toronto are so rude, dealing with bullshit. Yeah, it's true. They have to deal with a lot of bad, annoying stuff going on, especially because their hours are long. So nickels look nothing like TTC tokens. Bro, I don't know. He was putting in something in there. They discontinued. I literally made it down to the subway line. They were now shutting down all East Transit and had to go 3 miles. Oh no. Oh no. Did you have to take a shuttle bus or something, or did you take an Uber or something? Yeah, that's the thing too. Transit is not always reliable. Some places they are. In Japan, it's super reliable most of the time. Also, thanks for the membership, Rina. I casually looked at you. Yeah, I saw that. That was so funny that I accidentally, not accidentally, but I gifted you a sub. Enjoy. The Canadians get a little quirky at 11 p.m. What if you were a quirked up Canadian at 11 p.m. in the subways in LA? The subways and around midnight anyways. And around midnight. Yeah, a lot of them do that. The TTC switched fully to Presto cards some years ago. I got yelled at by a bus driver at least once in Toronto. Yeah. But I think pretty much everywhere, any country, if you talk to the transit people, the people operating the buses and subways, they're probably usually they're either grouchy or super jolly for some reason, and it makes you a little bit worried. I think it's their right to be. I think it's their right to be grouchy and strict and stuff like that. Because, for a fact, they've been dealing with a lot of crap all day. A lot of people being really annoying to them. A lot of people trying to, people trying to scam them for fare. A lot of people trying to skip the fare and stuff like that. So, I try to give them a bit of grace for the people operating the transit systems. You know what I do find annoying though? When I was in NYC, and the most annoying thing in NYC, actually I encountered this in Toronto once or twice too, was trying to get into the subway, and it'd be like an exit that's not like a big main entrance, and they wouldn't accept, like I had to use they only accepted the card, like the card they use in NYC, like the little transit card, the shitty little I don't know, is it plastic? I don't know, it's like paper thin. And the problem was there was no machine nearby to load up the card with money. So if my card had no money in it, so I was like, how the heck do I even get into the subway? I can't load up my card. It was very annoying. So I had to go find another entrance. Yeah, Vancouver bus drivers are super nice. When I was in Vancouver, let me think. I don't really remember having any strong impression of the bus drivers being nice or not nice. I just remember taking the bus a few times, but nothing else. Japan will print slips for you if the trains are delayed by 2 minutes. Exactly. Honest to God, when I was living in Japan, the train was only late one time, and I was super surprised by it. Because it wasn't just not on time by 2 minutes. It was kind of like 10 minutes late. So like after a few minutes, where I was like, oh, the train's not here. That's really weird for Japan. I went to the office, like the wherever the people are, and I saw another woman already in line in front of me, and she said what I probably heard is the most direct line of rudeness I've ever heard in Japan. She basically said directly, "Why is the train late?" Which I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Because Japanese people are not direct. So I was like, the fact that she basically straight up asked the conductor why the train was late was basically her equivalent of being like screaming at the transit conductor. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. She was so mad because the train was late by like, I think like 10 minutes probably. And like, that's not that, honest to God, that's not that bad. For transit that I've taken in any other country, in any other city, well, not in any other city, any other country, that would be basically on time a lot of times, you know? Like, honest to God, when I take the transit here, I just go to the bus stop or the subway station and I pray. I don't even check the times a lot of the time because I'm like, it's not going to be accurate. It's not going to be accurate. So I'm just going to sit there and hope that one comes eventually. Oh, wow. Whoa. Yeah, I know. It was so direct. It was like, whoa. Just jump the turnstile? No, because then I think if you do that in New York City, they'll shoot you. No joke. Actual no joke. Yeah, but when the train is never late, 10 minutes is insane. It's true. No, so I totally understand. But for me, I was just slightly surprised that it was late. But for her, for that woman, it was like, that was it for her. That was her day. That was essentially her equivalent of being a Karen. True, I never ran to an on-time train. Yeah, it's just like super common to not have trains on time in most other places. So when they are on time, I'm like, oh, pleasant surprise. Yeah, I've had the bus just not show up a few times. I've had that happen before too. There's this one route I took, and it was like late at night, right? But I was like, you know what? I basically caught the third last bus. Or I was hoping to catch the third last bus. I was like, okay, if I miss this bus, then I will still have 2 more buses in case I miss this one, right? According to the schedule. Because this transit system is a little bit like different from the usual area I take. So I was waiting. And then, so I was waiting for my bus, so the time for the third last bus goes by. It zooms by. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. But like, as the time goes on, more and more people join me at the bus stop. And then I'm like, okay, the next bus will come. Second last bus stop time does not come by. And I'm like, bro... If the last bus does not come, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because it was pouring rain outside, and I was in this crowded little shelter with a few other people who were all kind of like, what the hell? Luckily the last bus came, but it did not come on time. Let's just put it that way. I'm just glad it came at all. Is there a mobile app for the NYC? 2 stars. Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro. Food and service was great, but there's an ugly car parked outside. Translog Karens just look at their online reviews. Really? I've never actually looked at online reviews for places. That's really funny. Or not for places, but for places in Japan. That's really interesting. I've seen so many videos of people jumping in turns. They do, but like, it was scary. It's scary. I was at this one train station in NYC, and I don't know what happened, but I think someone just broke open the turnstile door or whatever. Like, so people were just going in.
They were just fully going in. And I saw people, and I was kind of scared. And there was a guy who was holding open the gate, and he had like a little cup who he was collecting like tips, I guess, for opening it. But I was scared. I was like, I don't understand what's the situation. So I was scared, and I went somewhere else. People read online reviews. I used to read them for online reviews for places here, but ever since I lost my Yelp account, I just don't look it up anymore. I look at, you know what? Yelp used to be the king of online reviews for restaurants, but now I think Google reviews have actually taken over a lot, to be honest. That bus experience is pretty normal. It is, but like, no, I've never missed, no, but see, usually if you miss like 3 or 4 buses, you can look online and there's some update about what happened, right? But there was nothing about why this bus was late. Like no car accident or whatever. It just there was no buses. Semi-related, when I got home from this deployment, the charter bus didn't arrive, so I had to spend the night at a Red Roof Inn in Baltimore, and some lady was shooting up in the lot. That's crazy. What? That's insane, dude. When I passed by, I took the bus in Vancouver, and I passed by that one street, which has just been like, it's basically just full of addicts, and like it's covered in graffiti and stuff like that. I was like, whoa. Because of if you've ever been to Vancouver and you've been to that street or by that street, it's just like, it's crazy because it's almost like a video game with how the section cuts off so deeply. Like the section between like normal street and then this kind of like banged up street is so sharp. And then when it ends too, it's so sharp too. And you're like, whoa, what was that? Did I just pass by like a liminal zone? What was that? Oh, Hastings and Maine. Yeah, that area was crazy. I've never seen that before. I just decide whether I want to go again based on my first time there. I can't do that. I have to, it's probably a personality based thing, you know? Probably your personality, you're more okay with doing spontaneous stuff. And I can't do that too. But for restaurants and stuff like that and trying things for the first time, if it looks like I guess I'm 70% of the time I have to look up reviews to see if I think this place looks good. Especially if it's something that I'm like never tried before, like a type of food. But then 30% of the time I'll just YOLO it if it's a type of cuisine I'm at least familiar with. I saw this skit which claimed Japanese transit is never late, only on time or cancelled. That's crazy. Untrue though, untrue. All of Canada's druggies live there. Did you downtown east side? If you're living in Vancouver, don't get an Airbnb in Chinatown. It's kind of interesting. That's why whenever I go to travel, whenever I try to book somewhere in an area that I'm not familiar with, if I have any friends who are locals, I'll always try to send them my Airbnb location or hotel location and be like, hey, that I'm thinking about going to. I'm like, hey, is this a sketchy area? Because you don't know. If you're not a local, you won't know if the area is sketchy or not. So like, it's the same thing in Montreal. I think in Montreal, like the Chinatown in Montreal apparently is also super sketchy. And like, you know, like past a certain street, you don't want to rent any area there or anything near that you have to walk past that area, because if you do, you will be walking past a really like sketchy area. And I didn't know that the first time, so like I booked a place that was like, it wasn't actually at the sketchy area, but it was like you'd have to kind of walk past the entrance of the sketchy area to get to the convention center. And I was like, oh, I did not know this. So it was not, I didn't get in trouble or anything, but it was just like, I should book like one street for the next time. I rate Toronto highly. I've only found 2 homeless people tweaking on the corner. Really? You must have not gone into the sketchy areas. There are some areas, I guess, yeah, probably not. There's some areas where there's a lot of homeless people, you know, just vibing. It's 2 stars. People wearing this company's uniform are too loud at the bar. That's crazy. I gotta look up reviews next time I go to Japan then. See the Karens. I just asked the locals. Hi, Reg! There are signs of bad areas. Nothing left out in the open. Yeah, I guess if you ask the locals, but online it's like hard to tell. I guess I could do street views more to do it, but I don't know. I didn't think of that until this moment. Toronto's got worse since I left. I mean, I feel like that's how people feel about every area nowadays. Everyone's like, man, my local area's gone so much worse. Everything's gone down now, you know, recession, etc., etc. You got the real Chinatown, stay in Richmond instead. Not sketch at all, and there's tons of good Chinese food. Interesting. Yeah, it was kind of interesting because I really wanted to, because I like Chinatown and Asian cuisine and Chinese cuisine. But then all my friends who live in Vancouver were like, don't stay in Chinatown. Don't stay near it at all. I was like, oh, but it's kind of close to the convention center. They're like, don't do that. I was like, oh, okay. But you know what's crazy too? Dude, Chinese dim sum in Vancouver was crazy expensive. Why? I was like, people always talk about food being expensive. And the area I live in, the food's quite expensive too. So I was like, okay, guys, okay, you guys are just being babies. It's not that expensive. But when I went to Vancouver and ate dim sum there, it was actually expensive. Food in Vancouver is actually expensive. Even compared to I would say even compared to New York. Even compared to New York, the food is expensive. I was like, what the hell? Canada's too cold for homeless people except Vancouver. Oh yeah, someone said earlier, they're like, I wonder why Vancouver drivers are nice. I wonder if it's because the weather in Vancouver is usually quite nice, actually. I mean, people are like, oh, it rains all the time. But I think that even when it's raining, it's kind of like a nice rain. I was really freezing my butt off in Toronto because I was so unprepared. Yeah, that's the worst thing about Toronto weather, or I guess Canadian weather in certain areas. Because Montreal is probably like that too, is that the weather is so, like, unstable. So you're very likely to get weather that's just like crazy, like changing within the day. Because you have to dress for inside and outside. I'm going to switch to the game screen so that I don't get to 1 hour. Because you guys thought I wasn't going to notice! Bow. Bow. Anyway. Here we go. Damn, almost. Not even close. I was watching. I don't eat outside much. Technically, you started stream at 7, right? No, I didn't. Thanks for the app session, guys, but I got an art class that was teaching 2 hours. Okay, have a good day, Nas. Nice to see you. Good luck at your art class, okay? I hope you have a lot of fun. It is much more expensive in Canada nowadays. Now you gotta remember also that Canadians don't make as much as Americans. I guess that's true, but also like the currency conversion, I think. Price of housing is up. Too much income people I hear. I mean, the housing bubble, we were promised that the housing bubble would pop eventually, but it has never popped. But now it's not even a seller's market anymore because nobody's buying houses. She definitely didn't have. I did now. Food is on the lower end where I live, except when it comes to my hobby gardening. Oh, wait, that's crazy. Is your gardening hobby actually expensive? Usually it's supposed to be cheaper, isn't it? It's okay, we'll get her next time. Never! Let me launch the game, though. And because we can keep yapping while we're playing. Man, I don't know how I keep yapping. How I keep finding things to talk about. Probably mental illness. I'll take Canadian weather of wherever the hell Cali has any day of the week. Isn't it always supposed to be nice weather? Isn't it supposed to be nice weather? I don't eat aside much, but when I do, it will be good. Well, because you can Uber a lot of food that's good nowadays, to be honest. God, please let it be a buyer's market soon. It will not be. It will be a recession, and then bad things will happen. The game too loud? No, I think it's fine. In high school, my friend had a class where they planned to buy $250K house. By the time she graduated, 250 could get you single family home anymore. And yeah, it's not even enough. Dude, 250K is not even enough for a down payment. My other hobby, forging, is very cost effective. That's really cool, though. Honestly, who was it? I had a friend who was telling me that she had a class where they were teaching him how to like distinguish mushrooms, and she was saying, and like they had this one activity where her professor basically brought them outside to forage for food, forage for mushrooms, right? Try to get like edible ones, and then they'd cook it together when they got back and eat it. And she was telling me how like half the class brought back dangerous like poisonous mushrooms because a lot of them are actually really similar looking. And if you don't know how to look out for it, you're gonna eat the wrong shit and die. And I was like, damn, that's scary. People in video games, like survival video games, they make it look so easy, but it's not. It's actually quite hard. Nowadays, a home in Vancouver is like 3 million. Yeah, it's bad out here, bros. Let's see. So I got out of my house when I did the markets going west. Exactly. That's why it's amazing. You're gonna be you're like the Lisa Nalgaib, you know? The first year prep for garden can be expensive. My grandma used to garden a lot, and we used to help her a lot. But it was kind of expensive for a lot of the, I think a lot of the fertilizer and stuff like that was kind of expensive and heavy and annoying. My grandma, I'll tell you how it works, expensive until you say about interesting. My grandma is honestly she does gardening in a way that I don't think is right. Because she basically scrounges in nearby construction sites for like, She basically scoundrels in nearby construction sites for materials for her gardening and stuff. So you'll see like you'll see like exposed rebar and like you'll see exposed rebar and like kind of like rusted like metal sheets that she uses as like not awnings but or I guess like awnings or like little shelters or like the things you use to hold up tomato plants and like that like stem plants. Various types of vegetarian are my main targets. Even at decent salary, I can't imagine buying a home, even when I was making six figures. Yeah, 6 figures. The crazy thing is 6 figures used to mean you're pretty set for life. Not life, but like all your expenses. But now it doesn't mean shit, almost. Trying to get 7 gallons of fruit this year for foraging. That's crazy. Whoa, that's so cool. I hope you're having one. Hello, Dontavius. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely day, too. We just yapping and chilling. I'm just vibing with everybody. So I hope you're having a lovely. I forgot how this game worked for a second. I was like, why does the ball keep going that way? Crazy. You make me crazy. It's a bad idea to forage if you live in or near an area. Oh, because it'd be like toxins and stuff. Exposed rebar. Yeah, she's kind of crazy. She's kind of kooky like that. She kind of gathered a lot of stuff that was probably not good. Or I don't even know if she was allowed to use it. And I think that honestly, if a small child went to play in my grandma's garden, they'd probably, like house MD, like Gregory House would be like, they've got lupus. Or they've got vasculitis. From like some sort of tetanus infection that they got from there, honestly. But you know what? Good news to the construction workers. My grandma injured her leg, and she's very old now, so she can't do that anymore. She can't forage for exposed rebar anymore. Sorry, guys. As long as you understand the construction material. She definitely does not understand the construction material. She definitely is like 86 years old or something, and just is like, looks like good material to use. It's very just grow your own mushrooms foraging for greens and herbs to eat. Is it really? I know you can eat moss and lichen if you're dying. Like if you need moisture and like something to eat, it won't taste yum yums, but it will be something that you can eat. Is moss and lichen. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention. Sounds good, but did you hear about the new Minecraft movie? Yeah, I want to go see it! I'm trying to convince my friends to go see it, because, like, my friends are even less in tune with, like, the skibbity-ass, like, meme stuff. So when so they don't understand why I want to go see the Minecraft movie. They're like, isn't it bad? I'm like, yes, but I want to see it because it's bad. But, like, not in, like, a bad, like, a Joker 2 kind of bad way. It's bad in, like, it seems like it's bad in, like, a, Morbius, or not Morbius way, Madam Web Morbius way, where it might be kind of fun to watch it because it's so bad. But they don't understand. I'm trying to convince them. Saying your knowledge like dandelion and mint are easiest spot. You can eat dandelion? I thought dandelion are poisonous. Very old, are you describing yourself? I'm not 86! Tetanus is scary. Yeah, it is scary. Also, the shot for tetanus is actually very painful. I remember I had to get a update. I had to update my tetanus shot when I went to Japan. Because it's not like I didn't have it, but I think you need to update it every few years or whatever. And, I forgot that or I guess because I got tetanus when I was a kid. So the update, it was huge, bro. The tetanus update patch, well, the tetanus patch is, like, huge. Like, the update that they added, it's so big, bros. It is like a gigantic needle. It's like a comical cartoon needle, almost, if you haven't gotten the tetanus needle in a while. It is like a comical cartoon needle, straight up. Oh, I fucked up already. No, stop! No, stop! No! No! Oh, well. Oh yeah, those are the best kind of group movies, right? I think you have a good plan with chloroform. I think so too. I don't know where you get chloroform though. Can I just buy that on Amazon? Do you think it'll help? My friend the goat who took me to grocery sales says he will rewatch the MC. Oh yay! That good, huh? Dandelion's almost like a miracle herb. You can eat all the parts of a dandelion, really? Oh, that's why they have dandelion soup in like Skyrim or some shit. I haven't had the tetanus shot for over 10 years, so I should get it again. It's a very large shot, and I'm gonna be real with you right now, Kyle. Your arm is gonna be so sore for the whole day and the day after, because it's a big boy. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let me see. I can use it to catch up on messages. Did I miss any messages? Refresh. 6 figures between 2 adults is still doable, and I'm many kind of kids too. You just don't have. Well, the thing is, like, 6 between 2 adults. The difference here is that you're having a dual income in general. I think having dual income in general is probably just really necessary these days. Like, there's almost no way you can do single income households anymore, just like at all. You gotta share the finances in this era. It's just not possible anymore. So, like, whenever, like, the fact that, I think it's funny when people want, like, a trad lifestyle, which I think is fine. Everybody can have whatever they want, right? But, like, I'm like, I don't think it's physically possible, like, or financially possible these days to have a trad lifestyle where, like, one of the spouses is stay at home. I genuinely don't think you can do it. And that's why there's so few people are having kids these days, because it's just too expensive. Just too gosh darn expensive. I can only imagine how expensive it is too. Exactly. Yeah. My arm was very sore from the COVID vaccines. Oh no. And the COVID vaccine is not that big of a needle too, but the tetanus one's a big boy. It's a big boy needle disc as well. You can make trichloroform tutorials. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I feel like that's illegal. I feel like I shouldn't know that. It's like how there are tutorials on YouTube to make certain like condiment gases. Please economy fix yourself so I can be a house husband. Please, I'm begging. Yeah, I don't know if it's even possible. People have trust funds. That's true. That is true. That's the only way you could possibly do it, is if you get an inheritance. I wish that I had an inheritance. I mean, like, I do. Like, my family is rich, obviously, as a young noble lady, but they do not have an inheritance set up for me. They're like, oh, you did too many shameful things. You stream about pee-pees and poo-poos all the time. We're just inheriting you or something, which I think is kind of messed up, personally. It doesn't have to be two full-time jobs. One person can have a side job like VTubing while taking care of the kids. You are delusional. Hakuya Chana, you're delusional. You think that there are very few people who can make an income or do well from VTubing. Or make a decent amount, you know? Rina's biggest secret exposed. Yeah, I'm disinherited. I'm sorry. If I try to make anything online. Yeah? How do I find tutorials to have the people the people I like fall in love with me, huh? Huh? No tutorial for that, huh? Huh? I believe in your future partner, Rina. You can do it. Have lots of kids. I don't want to have kids. Well, I'll have kids, but I don't want to birth them from my loin. Pretty sure if you Google how to make your you'll be some kind of, that's what I'm saying, bro. I've looked up too much stuff already for like weird stuff because of like fanfics or for writing for stories. I've looked up so much stuff about how much blood a human can lose, or how much blood a human will lose from certain like activities, like certain wounds. Hi, Rina. Hi, Try. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. We're proud of you for it. I'll offer my inheritance to you. That's Tracy. No, keep your inheritance. Keep your inheritance. Okay, but let's get part-time job as feet-based OnlyFans. I don't think. Here's the thing. I think that you don't even make that much money with feet pics anymore. I think that even the market for feet pics, like feet bros, is probably over. Be straight up honest. Like you'll see people posting all the time, being like, oh, I make money selling my feet, or I can make money, or I was offered this much money to sell my feet, and I don't think that's real anymore. I just genuinely don't believe that. Like, I think that even the recession has hit the market of for feet bros. It's just how I feel. Why do I keep doing that? I have to figure out how do I do it. Let me think. How did I do it the first time? Because I must have just done it slow and steady. I'm just talking from experience. I haven't actually, but I think that any sort of market that seems too easy of a job to do is not good. I recommend at least a part-time job so she's less under my thumb. I think so too. I honestly think that any couple, they shouldn't be financially dependent on each other. Like one person should not be entirely financially dependent on the one spouse. Because I think that it's just better for everybody to have their own means of power with finances. For a lot of reasons. I also think that having one person be entirely the breadwinner also creates feelings of resentment, you know? It's just not a scrupulous side to invent an artificial womb so you don't have the child. Yeah, I saw a picture of this artificial like robot womb. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like Death Stranding, so I don't have to birth the child from my own loins. It's good they can move to armpits. Okay. Plug and play womb. I knew you guys would think that. So yeah, I will have no inheritance. My parents straight up told us they will spend all their money at once. That's actually crazy. Dude, that's actually crazy. The fact that they told you guys is crazy. I mean, at least they're not lying to you. They're like emotionally preparing you guys for it, I guess. But that's still messed up that they told you straight up. They should, but I guess like, yeah, I don't know. That's messed up in general. The time of the feet pics ended. The people want lewd drawings of anime girls now. I don't even know if... Do you guys think that lewd artists make that much money these days? Because like I feel like the market for lewd artists is so oversaturated now. Because like you'll see online, like I think you can't throw a stone without hitting 3 hentai artists online nowadays, I feel like. Which is also maybe a recession sign. Maybe it's also a recession sign that like the people are more willing to draw a lot. Not that it's anything shameful. Again, I love porn and hentai. But I wonder if it's a recession sign that more and more people are willing to turn to not safe for regard quite quickly. Women that don't want to natural birth are scary, minus money. You mean, as in like you like IVF and stuff like that too? Are you for real? Oh, because it costs money. Well, the thing is, like, I'm okay with adopting, although adopting is also expensive. But I also think, like, I just think I'm too logic-pilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's crazy to... Because technically speaking, I think the world in general has an overpopulation problem. It's not a matter of, like, the fact that there's not enough children in the world. It's a matter of the fact that they're not distributed in a way that makes sense. Like, I know that China is no longer, well, China still has an overpopulation issue, but they're mostly having a crisis of female births, I guess. No females anymore. So it's different, but the world still technically is quite overpopulated. It's just that the distribution of the people is not quite even. So like, I think that it only makes sense that we should stop having kids and that you should be adopting kids. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense from a logical standpoint. Like, if I was playing Civ, it would only make sense. Ludar's making an okay map, but it's not enough to be on solo. You think so? I kind of wonder, because I see some really big lewd artists on Twitter. But I don't know if they, like, because like, it's mostly made through their Patreon, right? So, I don't know. To be honest, that's really messed up to scroll someone financially like that. That's why I think so, too. Yeah. So it's not good. It's not good! Okay, let me take a quick break. But I feel the reason is because they don't want our family to fall apart because of money. It's happened before and I sent them, so they want to avoid it. I guess that makes sense. But can they not split the money equally between all of the kids or whatever? PP the foot artist charges at $600 for foot burgers. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Natural birth awakens parental instincts. Going into parenting without it is stupid. I don't think that's necessarily true though, because you can say the opposite's also true, right? There's a lot of people who have who are give birth to their kids naturally, right, through their biological parts. But there's a lot. But you can't say that every single parent has parental instincts or that they deserve them. I know plenty of parents who have kids naturally, so to speak, and they are terrible parents. And they are very bad. And I really don't. The problem is that I think a lot of people who have kids shouldn't be the ones having them. Because they're not responsible or good parents. Because like parental instinct, I think can only go so far if you're talking about like trauma and like financial burden and stress and stuff like that. And mental duress. Yeah, because it's in China, having a son is super important to our security. Well, that's what they thought in China. That's why they have a huge issue now where they have an overpopulation of men, and it's causing a lot of issues. Like it's causing a lot of issues where a lot of men now in China, they're having to find their brides outside of the country because of the lack of the uneven gender population in the country. So a lot of Chinese men are now seeking their brides outside the country. Because if you're a woman in China, you basically kind of have a pick of the litter, because you know that you are a rare commodity. Whoops. Whoop. Whoop. Yes, good to see you. Hi, Yasu! Good to see you! Hello. Should about off-play, should play in list motive for mass murder. Oh, I'm not. Is that really true? Bad parents often had worse parents. Yeah, and I think it's better not to create a cycle of trauma and generational trauma. That's why I think that, I really think, that's just my personal belief though, is that I probably shouldn't birth a child. I probably should adopt one because there are plenty of children already. But if you do end up deciding to have kids yourself naturally, stuff like that, I really hope that people who do decide to do that are very financially prepared for it and really ready for it. Because I think you need to have a stable household and, financially being stable. And because there's a lot of people who don't understand the wherewithal of what it takes to take care of a kid. Don't forget Chinese culture. If you're a hag over 30, they would call it garbage free. It is terrible. It's genuinely terrible. I saw this short YouTube documentary, I think. It was talking about this issue. How a lot of women who are over 30, they'll have these marriage markets where they post in squares or whatever, where they'll post a little they'll have it's almost like a Craigslist where they post all of the info about these women to see if people will come pick them up, which is crazy because I'm it's technically it's a women's market right now for spouses in China, but the mentality is still having that over 30 means that you're a hag is crazy. India didn't have the one-child policy. China did though. It's true. Is it that much more? That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty bad nowadays. They could, but I think they just want to avoid complete, which is fine. So I get at least, and can plan accordingly. Which is about? Is this about it? My mom showed me a clip of Deshaun showing a reporter on those. Deshaun is a Canadian who's a famous super stage comedian in China. Oh, I see. IRL VTuber culture. Have I told you guys about my thoughts about VTuber culture? About like how female VTubers have it versus male VTubers? I think the floor, I don't know, did I fuck myself? Well, we'll see. I think that the floor for female VTubers is lower. So if you're a female VTuber and you start streaming, you're more likely to find success sooner. And by success, it just means relatively having an audience. But if you're a male VTuber, the floor is very high, or not the floor. Sorry, the floor is very, I guess, high. Yeah, the floor is very high because to start out VTubing as a male, you have a lot more factors that go against you. Being a guy in pain is a pain in general, at least nowadays. And for certain things, yeah, absolutely for certain things. But I mean, I think it's the same either way. I think there's issues for either gender. But the fact that, yeah, so for male VTubers, you start out with a higher floor. As in, you can't even get into the market of being a VTuber for having an audience, unless you have certain qualities to begin with. But I will say that the ceiling is a lot, I think the ceiling is a lot higher for male VTubers. I think the ceiling for female VTubers is a lot lower because there's so much more competition of female VTubers who get well known. Whereas if you are a male VTuber and you're actually quite entertaining and competent, usually you'll find success relatively quickly once you get past the initial hurdle. Definitely a high step to overcome to get up there. Yeah, exactly. For male VTubers, it's a really hard step to begin with. But because there's so few comparatively. Oh, hold on a second. I'll pour concrete by the end of the month. Being alive in general sucks these days. I think you said you're building a second house to your parents. That's really cool though. If you can do that, I think that's pretty awesome. I love when people are able to like be self-made and stuff. Incompetent. Oh, Sarah! Hello, Sarah! Music was a bit loud. Oh, was it? Okay, let me turn it down a bit. Sarah, hello! Hello. Hi, Cybros. Welcome. Cybros raid. It's good to see you. Hello. How's everybody doing? What were you guys doing? It's Sarah, my lovely daughter, who respects me. She respects me, and now it's too quiet. Is it too quiet now? I respect Sarah a lot, and she respects me a lot as her mother. She respects everything I do and everything I say. What are you guys doing? Are you guys playing 100-yard line 100-yard line defense academy again? Or are you playing Roblox? She called you grandma not even 5 minutes ago? Huh? What? There's no way Sarah would call me grandma. She wouldn't call me grandma. What? She would never call me grandma. Sarah respects me too much for that. I know she respects me and she loves me and she really admires me. She told me. She told me actually. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub, Kyle. Went to Elite. Woohoo! Damn, rip. It's okay. Sarah's unlucky. She knows that. Elite got sniped. Yeah, it's been a minute. Hi, Elite. You're digging a hole? Oh, I mean that's you. That's you. With every time Sarah opens her mouth, she's digging a hole further beneath her. I love Sarah though. She's so cool, so funny, so nice, and she's my. Where would I put her on the list? Oh, she's my number one. She's my number one favorite Lucid right now. Yeah. She's liked more tweets than Rhea Sumiri has. Sorry. So Sarah's my number one favorite now. If you're curious what the current ranking is, right now it's Sarah. It's Sarah Casera. It is Astra Yonaka. No, it's Astra. Yeah, I think it's Astra Yonaka. And then it is Kagami Free. And then it is well, ex Lucid now, but Ame Yuki. And then below that is Cyan Arya, and then I guess Xander is somewhere there. I get all the holes in life. Yeah, especially this hole. Just kidding. Hey Sarah, do you want to get pregnant? Friend tier list. It's not a friend tier list. It's my favorite Lucid tier list. Sarah's fun, but also scares me. Every woman scares you. We were talking about pregnancy and having kids. No, our manager's already pregnant. Oh, true. Everyone say congratulations to manager Manekun. He's pregnant. Congratulations, manager. Congratulations, manager. So rude to my boy Xander. I mean, I love Xander, but he doesn't favorite my tweets. And my friendship is directly proportional to how much of my social media clout you give me. Sorry. I have to ask Xander about something, actually. We'll see. Not everyone, but a lot of you. Can you also tell Astro Yonaka to reply to my DM on Discord? Every time I try to talk to Astro Yonaka, I just get DM, like, Donald. There are women I do not fear. Really? So far, it's every woman you fear. Oh, fuck me. No! Okay, we're fine. So that means we're married a little bit. Damn, he hates you. What a terrible guy. I know! Astro Yonaka fucking hates me! To be fair, this is content I came for Rina. Anyways, hi guys. We're playing. Good luck, chat. Goodbye, FBI. I wonder, you know who I ship? I ship Federal Bureau of Investigation. And, who's the guy in my chat? What's his name? What's his name? Do you guys know the one, the Brian Icon, who also has a government name? What's that guy? Oh, I forget. Some former CPS lawyer? Former something lawyer, GPS lawyer? Yeah, former GPS lawyer and Federal Bureau of Investigation is my ship. Yeah, former GPS lawyer. Exactly. Yes. What's ATF? CIA. Oh, I've seen CIA too, but he's not really. They don't really hang out in my chat, I think. Can you be normal? Hi, Issa. How my sweet angel? Issa, my sweet angel. Issa, did you read that fanfic I recommended to you? The one that I just added you about? Yeah, I have some questions. Don't worry about it. GPS, like the location. I don't know what former GPS lawyer means, but it sounds like government name. G, baby. Sarah is such a nice girl. Actually, she was like nice to me for 2 seconds when she was afraid of me, and now it feels like every time she talks to me now, she's fighting back against my abuse. Boat jump scare. Yeah, Isa, I love you. Former GPS lawyer I summoned. It's not possible. Nowhere to be seen. Don't you think the topic we had previously was actually quite normal? I'm actually proud of myself. I think we are quite normal just now. Oh, there he goes. You run around, I run around, we run around. Did you get the link? There's no link. Oh, I mean the one I was talking to you about. I have nothing to fear about. I realize I have nothing to fear about older women. Are you sure? Are you freaking sure? Don't you have any sort of respect for my seniority? Huh? Sarah Casera? Wanna make that hentai commission? Thank you for the gift sub to Luciano after birth. Who are you trying to aim for now? Is it W Snipe? Is it? I don't know who. Oh, Luciano Alucard. But bullying Sarah will soon be a Plymouth sport since it's so popular. I don't know what that is. Is that like I don't know anything about sports. Matthew, you've been very normal so far. I almost forget how unhinged you can be. That's what I'm saying! I'm so normal! I think Issa said crazier shit to me today. I'm just gonna quietly hop off to get okay, bye FBI. Former lawyer? Oh yeah, they're not here. So sad. I hate when the game tells me how to try to learn how to control the game. They're like, here are the controls. Meow 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 meow. Also, thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Yeah, we're playing Sisyphus game. Can you guys believe? Nobody will believe me except for the people who are at the stream. But the first time I played this game, which was last week? Was it last week? I think it was last week. Last week I played this game. Literally my first run, I got to the other area. I did lock the fuck in. So that's how I got into the second area. But I got to the second area immediately first run. Nobody will believe me, but I'm a gamer. You think this ball is made of? Hopes and dreams, probably. Dun, 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 dun. She's still copium, but it's not copium. It actually happened. I start these games, the first attempt is the best. Do you think so? It was very impressive. Yeah, see? It took her like 60. Stop lying to them! Then it goes downhill from there. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. The first time I played Getting Over with Bended Body, I was quite bad. It took me like I think it took me at least 30 minutes to try to even get. It might have taken me the whole stream even to get past the lamp tunnel, and I still haven't gotten very far in that game. What's the other supermodel doing, Rina? The other supermodel doing? Me? Me supermodel? Am I supermodel? Am I supermodel? Is it me? What's your rank in Marvel Rivals? I don't play that disgusting Kusop game. And I think if you play Marvel Rivals, you're going to hell. That's not true. Sorry. I just wanted to say it. I only played like 3 games of Marvel Rivals because my friend forced me to go on. I legit wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it live. Exactly. See, I'm a gamer. I can log in. Oh yeah, did you play the Nikkei April Fool's minigame? No, what was it? What was it? I logged in a few times just to collect my rewards, but other than that, I didn't do anything. I forgot that I can physically move too. I said you were cute. I wouldn't go that far. You're in love with me. I had that red-haired model you brought out. What red-haired model? Do I have a red-haired model? Do I have a red-haired model? If this is a joke, I'm sorry. I suspect I have autism, so I don't understand. What did she just say about Rivals? I don't hear it. I said you're going to hell. She's mad about all the blonde white women with blue eyes. You kidding me? I love blonde women. I love blonde women. I love blondes. April Fool's event, Nikki are always a hoot. Oh, what was it? Did they have, did they kill, Shuin? What was her name? Shuin? Are you blonde? I'm not blonde. I have been blonde before, though. Don't blame autism for what is clearly a stream. That's fair. That's fair. Hi, Prepsalon. Shuin. Yeah, she's a Shuin. You're blonde. No, I'm not blonde right now. I've been blonde. Right now, I just have my purple hair, as you can see. But Rina for Gordon, I didn't think she would forget the model. What red-haired model did I have? I'm sorry. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm a Bakayara. I'm sorry. I didn't remember. Red-haired model. I used Delta's model once. Wait, what red-haired model did I use? Hi again, Rina. Hi. No, she was last year. Oh, I think previous April Fools are in the archives. Oh, have you ever had red hair? Hi, Greg Johnson. I'm trying to think. It was a popular color when I was in high school, I think. And you know, everything's secular. But I don't think so. Have I had red hair? I've had oh fuck me. It's always that ramp, eh? I've had auburn hair probably. Like, which is like kind of reddish brown, but I don't think I've had red hair. I've had pink hair, I've had blue hair, I've had blonde hair, I've had brown hair, I've had hazel hair, I've had silver hair. Black was the color when I was in middle school and high school. Oh, emo era, huh? Honestly, you aren't molding as much as I was expecting to. Oh, because I'm just chilling and talking with you guys. Do you guys want me to mold more? The hair color was popular in 1749. Did they even dye their hair back then? Okay, do you want me to mold more? I'll mold more. Okay, hold on. For clothing? Oh, yeah, but it was emo scene phase, right? Okay, I'll mold. Yeah, don't start molding. You get stressed enough. Do I? How goes rock pushing? Pretty good. I know, you tell me. You're so rude. Honestly, the chill vibe is very relaxing. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm just having a chill time. Nina's going to mold. You know what's funny? Actually, Fleon describes me as a really chill guy. Which I think is so funny because on stream, most of the time, I'm like screaming. So like when he described that to me, I was like, am I chill? I don't think I'm known as being a chill-ass streamer. I think I'm known as being a streamer that screams and cries and shits myself. I mean, it's going to molt. Molting would be kind of fun. Don't you guys think it would be... Do you think it'd be kind of fun to molt? Like this morning, last night, I put on, You're chill? Am I chill? That's so nice to hear from Hakia, who's like the king of chill. The king of chill! Hey Hakia, god damn it, Hakia. God damn it, Hakia. You gonna sell those, sell those stream element goods? God damn it. Have fun, everyone. Bye, Elite. Have a good one. Rina Bing chillin'. Yeah, I am. You're a very comfortable to hang with, but 100 and 1 normal. You like both. Outside of praising my, I also really enjoy comfy streamers. Oh my god, am I a comfy streamer? I've literally never in my life been able to call myself a comfy streamer. Cause like every time I've written my description for myself, I'm like, I'm not a comfy streamer. I know this about. Whoa, I got fucked. Ah, God! Okay, there you go. Yeah, like that. I'll reset the Chinese workshop just for you. Oh, thanks, but oh, dang it, Hockey. Oh, yeah, Hockey. I don't know what he says. All I know that he says, and I used to watch a decent amount of King of the Hill, is I only know he says, dang it, Bobby. Yeah, we have to babysit an actual robot that thinks she's the best thing since Alice sliced bread and indicated. That sounds cool! Wait, she sounds cute! Rina's not chill, especially when Kingdom... Okay, guys. Every time, you know what? I'm gonna confess something to you guys right now. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. So you're surprised and comfy. Yay. You're my comfy zone. My Koroshi. You're just redefining comfy. Yeah! Thank you, Smooth. Okay, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. Don't tell Tier. But, okay, so in my off time, I like to, in my off time, if I'm not streaming, I like to hang out in my streamer friends' streams, right? But, so I'll like, you know, I'll just chill in there for a minute and say hi. But whenever my friend Tier Noir from Meme, whenever he's like, I'll share, I'll like sit in his streams where he's playing some random ass RTS game I don't know about. But lately he's been streaming Kingdom Hearts. He's been streaming Kingdom Hearts lately, so I've been not going to his streams. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Well, I'll talk about Kingdom Hill is super popular. Is it really? I know that Japan likes super random stuff. Like, I think Japan actually really likes Simpsons. And South Park. Denied friendship over Cage. No, we're still friends! Don't tell him! Just don't tell him! But I just go to his streams at our Kingdom Hearts, okay? How can you don't you dare fucking tell Tier! He'll be so sad. And make fun of me or something. It's because he was here earlier. He was here earlier. He was so nice. He did talk about syphilis immediately, but to be fair, Kingdom Hearts does have that effect. And I think anyone here who doesn't understand to understand. I used to love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was my lifeblood. I was obsessed with it for like my middle school years. And I basically designed my entire fashion sense around Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts Roxas, Kingdom Hearts 2 Roxas is why I strictly wore khaki pants for a very solid period of my life. But then, and I waited so patiently for Nomura. I waited so patiently. He was like, oh, I want to make Final Fantasy 13, Krista Novalam or whatever. I will make 3 games, and it'll make Kingdom Hearts 3 take a longer time to come out. But don't worry, trust the plan, guys. I was like, okay, Mr. Nomura, I trust you. I trust that you won't fuck both FF15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. I trust you. I trust you, my life. And what did he do? What did Mr. Nomura do? What did Nomura-san do? He screwed over both FF13 and Kingdom Hearts and FF15! He screwed up everything! We were rooting for you, Nomura! Betrayal, yeah. Cage streams are really stressful to chat in. Are they? I think I've only lurked in Cage streams. I don't know what to say in them. But that's like RPG streams in general, no? You say that, but we all know you'll play Cage 4 when it comes out. I will not play Cage 4 when it comes out. I literally will not. You guys keep saying I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. The only way that I would play it is if it was a punishment. If it was a punishment or like some donathon goal or shit, I would play it, but I would not. Otherwise, I refuse to play KH. You guys think you're being hoo-ha by being like, oh, Rina's gonna play KH, ha? I'm not gonna play a KH 4. I refuse. Nomura has betrayed me too many times. Did 15 turn out good in the end? Yes, but that's because they had a different director. People are like, oh, I wish I saw Nomura's vision for KH, for Final Fantasy 15. You know, the Square Enix really screwed him by taking away his right to work on KH or right on 15. Fuck. Ah! It's all your fault, Nomura! That's why this ball is dropping now! But 15 literally never would have gotten out. 15 would have never gotten out if Nomura stayed on the project. So you know what? Wait, chat, I'm gonna clip this. Stop. So it's definitely happening. It's not happening. It's not freaking happening. There's literally no way. I will not play a Case 3. Our April Fool's Case 3. I will not. Or 4. I will not play 4. Supposedly Nomura was taking too long, so that's why I took him off. That's what I'm saying. Nomura is a plight. He's a demon. Nomura's a demon who destroys everything he touches. Nice panties. Hi, Delty. Hi, Deltito. Good to see you. Pretty please. What did you say? Not even we say pretty please. I will not. It's a principle. A man has to stand for some things. A man has a few principles in life that he has to stand for. And that's my principle, okay? Can you ban this culture harasser? Oh, yeah, it's okay. You guys actually harass me all the time, though. His character designs are so fire. No, so that's the thing. Here's the thing. It's the same thing. This is gonna be obscure, and not obscure. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but the same thing with Moffat. Steve Moffat is a guy who wrote some good episodes of Doctor Who, right? And they're like, oh, this guy has some good ideas. We should totally like let him run the show now. Because he's actually got some really good ideas. If we need a new showrunner, we should let Steve Moffat do it. He's so smart. And same thing with Nomura. Nomura, they're like, oh man, he did some good designs for FF7. He did some good stuff for FF10. He did some good stuff, guys. If we need a new director or someone to work on the next game, we should have him do it. You guys need to stop giving creatives too much power. There needs to be check and balances for creatives. Because you know what? Nomura has some good ideas, but he's a shitty project manager. He's a terrible project manager. Why did you guys make him the president, the CEO of Square Enix? So if there's like a sub goal or something, we would hit. It'd be the highest sub goal. I don't need you to understand. I need you guys to understand. It would be the highest sub goal. I would rather show my feet before I play KH4. True, but mine is cooler. Is there a tier list ranking for sexual harassment? I don't know. Oof, don't get me started on Moffat. Oh yeah, you get it. You get me, right, Maximus? You get me, right? And here's the thing. Here's my thing. I don't have if I have a valid opinion, because I only watched 9, 10, and a bit of 11. But my favorite season was 9. I really liked, what was his name? Chris something, whatever his portrayal of the Doctor. And I even think that 10 is fine. I like David Tennant. I like him. He's a great actor, and I think that his character was kooky. I just think that he became almost like a character of himself in the end under Moffat's piloting. You said feet at 100K, so I guess so. Yeah, the problem with seniority thing. Some people are best in their positions doing work, not being managers. Same thing with, here's the thing. I really like Taika Waititi. He directed Thor Ragnarok, which was fantastic, I think. People say like, haha, oh no, he's terrible. He made Thor too funny and comedy. But it's because they let him write the freaking script. They let him write the freaking script for Thor Love and Thunder. And they let him just do everything. And you know what the thing was? He's not a good, like he's good for short films and stuff that talks about like, you know, sad emotional family issues or whatever shit, right? That's his wheelhouse. You see Hunt for the Wilder People, you see Boy or whatever, you see What We Do in the Shadows, great stuff. But that's not a feature-length film for Marvel. Same thing with Patty Jenkins, or Patty, is that her name? Patty Jenkins, who directed the first Wonder Woman movie, and it was very good, but she didn't write the screenplay. She was not the scriptwriter. So then for Wonder Woman, the second movie, 84 or whatever, they're like, Patty Jenkins, you could write the screenplay. And that's why he was shit, because she's not a screenwriter. She's a good director, not a screenwriter. And you guys need to fucking chill, okay? If she's not a good, these people are not screenwriters. Anyway, Christopher Eccleston was not that. There we go. Thank you. Rina loves my harassment. She's actually paying for it in a way, I suppose. Well, we are sexually harassing Rina. I'm only partly paying attention. They're not. I mean, some people are. I want KH4 stream so bad. You're evil. And you, that KH stream, you're also evil. I don't think I'd ever want to be a manager. I wouldn't either, man. I think I'd be a good one, but I don't want to do it. Thor, Love, and Thunder was so cringe. It was! Because they freaking made Taika Waititi write the screenplay! And he's not good at the full feature film! Patrick Stewart, great actor, bad director / screenwriter. What did Patrick Stewart do for, what did he direct and write? I actually have no idea. I only know him from Star Trek. Christian Bale, I ate on. He was so good. That's the thing. Like I said, Taika Waititi, a lot of these creatives, they have some good ideas. Like that Christian Bale did a great role. And that black and white fight sequence in Love and Thunder, brilliant. Really good. Fantastic. I love the way that the cinematography, I love the color grading, I love the sound direction. Amazing. Really good. But the movie as a whole was not good. I don't know why she's screaming like a banshee. I'm sorry. I have opinions. So what color are them today? They did black. They're striped. Pervert. Patrick Stewart directed some Star Trek, including his character Captain Picard. He was in what was his Star Trek? Was it was on Deep Space Nine. It was, I don't remember, sorry. I had a housemate who was really into Star Trek, and she educated me a little bit on Star Trek, but I don't remember. My attention is so split right now if I picked up on striped panties. Yeah, you would, you pervert. The Next Generation. Yeah. Wait, so did he direct parts of The Next Generation? My housemate really liked Deep Space Nine, which I heard is like kind of like a universally hated one, I think. Or not universally hated, but like it's not, yeah, it's pretty, not universally hated, but a lot of people don't like it. It's very controversial. But she really liked Deep Space Nine. She even got a tattoo from it. Because she really liked, what's his name, Data? She really liked Data. And was he from Deep Space Nine? I don't know. Shatner, on the other hand, can write and direct, my opinion. What has Shatner written and directed? Again, I'm not super familiar with Star Trek. I'm a disgusting scum who only watched the new movies with Chris Pine. Oh, I left lock in. Okay, I didn't lock in. I didn't lock in. Sorry, guys. Anyway. So Rina, I'm already playing fighting games with chat. Oh, yeah! Who was it, Ryasu? Was it you who gave me the money? I bought the game that you told me to buy the Nitro Blasters or whatever. Stargate was too good for this world. Oh, Stargate. I don't know. I think she watched some of that, too. Shatner directed Star Trek V5. Was that the movie? Again, I don't know very much. Now back to knowledge directed in most of the TV series TJ Hooker. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Interesting. I'm only doing as my Oshi taught me, by the way. I did not teach you to be a pervert! Oh, you did? I'm happy for you. What did I do? Sorry, my brain bad. Oh, I did! Oh, is the game? The Nitro Blasters? Yeah. I never got to fighting games, to be honest. How do I put it? It's kind of complicated for me. Not because I dislike them. You showed me the way in Misa. I did not! What is OshiLink? Interesting title. Oh. Oh my god, former GPS, hello! Hello! Oh my god, hi, former GPS! Good to see you. We were summoning you earlier. Yeah, this is the Peter syndrome, where you keep getting promoted until you aren't good at your job more because you weren't prepared for that. Basically, yeah, I think that, like, it's almost like success made them lazy, I guess. I'm sure Jace was just following your example. It was not. I'm very delayed. It's okay. We summoned him. We did! I fucked up the title, sorry. Oh, I don't know what OshiLink is. I think someone hacked my account. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. Fighting games have a complicated relationship for me. Not because I dislike them, but because I played a lot of fighting games when I was a kid because I had siblings. And we had this binder full of video games that we inherited from an uncle. And they were like, and so like there's a lot of random games on it, but some of them were like Japanese and stuff, so we didn't read it. And also we were very young, we inherited it, and we didn't know how to read super well at that point. So we would just pop in. It was really fun. It was basically a game gacha. We would take one of the CDs and pop it into the PS1, and we would just have to gacha whatever game we were playing that day. And like sometimes you got really cool stuff. You got a lot of really cool stuff. Like we had Diablo 1. We had Bomberman Racing. Sorry, promoting Rena coin. I was like, hi, Danny! Hello, Danny! Hello, folks. I'm glad I made it an hour late. Glad to see Rena's game. I'm making very good progress. It's true. It's true. I really like fighting games that you can make long flash combos. The ones that are only 1-2 combos that deal. It's like the interesting. So yeah, I know there's a lot of different kind of stuff with fighting games too, but I don't know that much about it. Say you're good at art. Just because you're good at art doesn't mean you can manage ours. Exactly. Exactly. That's how it works in Japanese too. It's stupid. Seniority is a bad rule. And we don't have true meritocracies, unfortunately. Bomberman Racing is so good. I miss arcade games. Hello, Rox! Dude, Bomberman Racing is such a good game. It's so good. You had your silly little bunnies and rhinos and stuff. Bomberman Racing was so good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we would have a game gacha. And the thing is, I think a good 15% of the binder of game gacha was basically fighting games. So I played a lot of fighting games when I was a kid, but I never got good at them. I've just played a wide variety of them. So like I played Bloody Roar 2 and 3, I think. I played Bloody Roar 2 and 3. I played Battle Arena Toshiden, which I don't even know if you guys know what that is. I played Samurai Showdown. I played Guilty Gear 1. I played some Tekken. That wasn't in the binder. That was we brought from some friends. But I love Tekken Tag Team because there's a bowling mode. I spent hours in that bowling mode. I love that bowling mode. I played Soul Calibur. I played, I think, a little bit of Mortal Kombat. Actually, my first game that I ever played in my entire life, I think, like video game ever, was Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo. which was really fun. It came with the soundtrack too, and I remember putting the soundtrack into the PS1 for Monster Rancher. Because it was one of the few physical CDs we actually had for soundtracks and stuff. Anyway. What was I saying? At the top of the hill, do you get to be a YouTube streamer? At the top of the hill, I get granted one wish. I got into shooters rather than fighting games. Which is super fair. I think if the binder had been full of 15% of shooters, I would have been into shooters probably. Oh, hello, Tone! Good to see you! Eating me a banana? I'll say whatever, but apparently I get more into this anime air hockey mobile game than anything else. Okay. Oh, word. At the top of the hill, you get yeeted from your company to become indie. It's like the ultimate sign of success. Wait, but I didn't even get to the top of the hill yet. I play primarily strategy games compared to fighting games. What kind of strategy games? Nice you played Bloody Roar. No wonder you're uncultured. I'm not! You're right, I really like the bunny girl. The bunny girl is really cute. Battle Arena Toshiden. You've heard of Battle Arena Toshiden? I don't think I should have been playing that at my age, but I sure was playing it, wasn't I? I sure was playing it. I don't think I should have been, but I sure was. And I didn't know how to play. You know what? I'm really happy that I played on that thing though. One of my favorite games playing that I got to play on in the binder gacha was Tenchu. I'm so sad that people don't know about Tenchu and like how good Tenchu is, because Tenchu is like actually like peak. Like I remember that was my first time playing like a sandbox mode of a game, because in Tenchu is basically one of the not original, but one of the early PS1 espionage games, but you're like a ninja, right? So you're like you have to carry out assassinations, and it's actually kind of similar to Metal Gear Solid, where you have a bunch of NPCs who have like their coding to respond to stuff, and like if they see you, they'll like like where are you? And it was really fun. And they had this one room, this bonus room, where you could like basically sandbox mode. You could spawn anything. So my little brother, I played all my games with my little brother. We had so much fun basically designing the worst levels you've ever seen in your life. We would make like a 4x4, like a 4-wall room with only one space, and drop like 20 enemies in it. And then drop in a bunch of bombs. It was so fun. Let's see. Please make Homes a pirate market. Killer Instinct. Oh, Killer Instinct! Killer Instinct was so fun. Battle Arena Toshiden was so good. Once one guy had I ever had a nunchuck on a guy's straight head. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Also, wasn't Battle Arena Toshiden? It was like a because I think that even now, not a lot of fighting games do this, but it was like a four-dimensional fighting game. But by what I mean is like you can move both like side to side, but you could also move back and front, and you could also move down and up. So it was truly like 4 dimensions you could fight. It was very confusing. I've been an FPS gamer, but getting into Monster Hunter and Similar games recently. Also, Grand Stars. What's Stellaris? Oh no, Stellaris, the freaking. Wait, Stellaris not that game. Wait, am I being stupid? Is Stellaris that game from Bethesda? I remember my absolute most favorite game for 10 years was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Oh, that's awesome! I didn't play that one, but I played one of the earlier ones for Budokai. That was also a game that was really cool, because for fighting games back then, yeah, a lot of games even now, they still only go side to side. But for Budokai, you could go front and back, which surprised me. Yeah, I was watching everything else when I was 7, so that's fair. And Ranma. I also watched Ranma early on. So it's so good, it was like 15 years ahead of its time. Which game was that? Bomberman Racing? Or which one? I don't remember. I heard Tenchu was peak. Tenchu was peak. I was at a Smash tournament last year, and I heard they had Guilty Gear. Oh, really? Did you try it? Civ, Ava, Wonders, and then Iron Harvest. Ah, I like Civ. I want to play the new one. I do. Like sometimes I think about playing the other games that are like Iron Heart or whatever, stuff like that. The other games, or no, was it Wings of Iron or something? All those other strategy games. No, is that a strategy? I don't know. But all the ones that they put on the Steam sale, like Anno and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm sorry, the games are like too realistic, too Western, ugly for me. I was a big MMO player back in the day. Ooh, what game did you play? Stellaris is a Paradox game. I think Starfield. Oh, Stellaris is Space Civilization. Oh, Valorant was similar to Soul Calibur, but powers like Street Fighter and the characters could jump really high. Right. But I'm pretty sure it was 4-dimensional. The moving was for Tenchu. Yeah, Tenchu was so good. It makes me sad because like they made like 50,000 Splinter Cell games, but they only made like 3 Tenchus. I think there was a Tenchu 3. It was super ahead for its time. And I wish that they, like, I'm sad that the stealth espionage genre basically died with, like, 3 games. Or, yeah, it basically only had 3 games. You had Metal Gear Solid, you had Splinter Cell, and you had Tenchu. At least as far as I'm aware. Now it's just, like, Metal Gear Solid. People don't make espionage games anymore. Hearts of Iron? Yeah, that's what I mean. They used to say 2D3 was the most accurate you could ever get to an actual anime fight. It was during PS2 era. That's crazy. Most of the time, they was taken up by Splatoon tournament. Oh, that's fair. That's super fair. It's a great game. I was up until 3. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, Budokai 2 was good. I love the game board story mode. Did I play that one? I don't remember. Again, I played it in Japanese, so I didn't understand anything that was happening. I played it in Japanese and did not understand what was happening. So it was harder for me to understand. Again. Because, like, it's kind of funny when I played games with my brother. Because there were basically 2 obstacles to us playing these games. One was that half the games were in Japanese. The other obstacle was that my younger brother was very young, so he couldn't even read English yet. So the way that it's very cute. The way we used to play the games was we would play RPG games, right? So we played like Final Fantasy this way, Breath of Fire and stuff like that. And the way it worked was basically my brother would I would do all the story parts because I could read English. And my brother would do all the fighting parts because I didn't want to do the fighting parts. The fighting parts did not interest me. And I would explain the story to him, but I think he only cared about the fighting parts anyway. And that's how we played games together, and it was super fun. Assassin's Creed was kind of espionage, was it? Oh, I guess so. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. True. I forgot about that. But I guess that was a newer IP because that came out in like the 2000s, right? A lot of random free MMOs like Terra. I played Terra. I played Aura Kingdom. I don't think I played Aura Kingdom. Blade and Soul. I wanted to, but I think I was past my time. Along with WoW when I could afford it. Yeah, the thing is, any games that had subs were like hard to get into. Stealth espionage being talked about in Rina Astera's dream. Why are you surprised? I played a lot of games. I want to be RBS, stay out of trouble. I'm gonna fall at the bottom of this hill. Things like D&D, I kind of recommend Endless Legend, which comes to games like Civ Islam. Oh, that sounds fun. I like fantasy. Fantasy is the one thing where I'm kind of okay if it looks like Kuso Western style. Not Siphon Filter. That one I don't know about, actually. I think the human games are still going strong for the Hitman games. Oh, that's true. That's also like, I think Hitman and Assassin's Creed were kind of the same era of new IPs. The bro having actually learned JP and stuff English. No, we didn't learn anything. He just memorized the routes about how to get to the game. Yo, I love Breath of Fire. I wish I played actually a full game. I'm sorry. We only played basically the way. Okay, this is gonna be sad. I think a lot of people can experience this though. Basically, back in the day, before the back rooms were a thing. No, back in the day, we weren't allowed. We didn't have a memory card, or at least me and my little brother weren't allowed to use the memory card. So we had to basically, whenever we got to play the game, play games, we basically had to play the same, we played the same, we played the same 2 to 3 hours of the beginning of the game every single time we played it. So we would have to speed run the beginning of the game again because we couldn't save the memory card. So basically, I have played a lot of hours of, say, Breath of the Wild 2 or Final Fantasy 7, but only the first 2 or 3 hours. The struggle of not having a memory card. Yeah, so we just have to. So I'm really familiar with the first 2 to 3 hours of like Sega Frontier, of like yeah, Breath of the Wild 2 or 3. I forgot which one where there's a little dragon boy, but nothing else. Breath of the Wild. Sorry. Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire. The Grandparent 7 series is really good. I've never played. No one talks about stealth espionage. I don't even bring up the topic. Do you like stealth espionage games? I heard Orking. That game is the reason I have the name. Oh, cool. Imagine paying a subscription to a game. Talk to all the Final Fantasy lovers, okay? I can't get to the same with my younger sis a couple of years ago with Yakuza 0. We'd make turns, but I'd the one doing most of the RPG or doing most of the fights. Yeah, that's cute, right? Such a cute way to play with your siblings. Good evening. Hi, Iron Claw. You play games, and why do you suck at playing with our hearts? Aww. I think I'm really good at playing with your hearts, actually. That's why you guys can't leave me, because you're just like, oh, it's like a back and forth. It's like, does she hate me? Does she love me? You can't tell. The Charlotte's not having my card. Yeah, we weren't allowed to. And then, but you know what? Honestly, I don't think we should have been Breath of Wild. Sorry, Breath of Fire. Oh, Breath of Wild! No, sorry, Breath of Fire. Oh my god, you know I'm mixing up? I'm mixing up, Breath of Fire and Wild Hearts. Because I also played a bit of not Wild Hearts, sorry, Wild Arms! Yes, Wild Arms! I played a bit of Wild Arms 2 and 3. I speedran FFA because I didn't have a memory card. That's a long game. It's a 4-disc game. She also liked the cabaret minigame just for a little bit. I was the one that liked farming to unlock most shit. That's cute. Nowadays, console all kind of... Yeah, exactly. So that's helpful. So you don't really need memory cards as often. At all. Pretty much at all. Except for if you want more storage. Which is kind of necessary for, like, for example, Nintendo Switch. You kind of have to. Do you think I could push it over the log, or do you think I'll fall to the bottom again? A wise man would probably put it... I think a wise man would probably start on the bridge again. Because I don't think it's possible to do it over the log. Let me lock in for a second. I'm really sad that Wild Arms also died as a franchise. I'm telling you guys, everything I love about Squaresoft / Square Enix was killed by Tetsuya Nomura. You guys need to understand, he's actually a blight on society. Do you guys understand? He destroys everything I love. Ever since Tetsuya Nomura became president of Square Enix, he destroyed everything I love. All the IPs I care about, he destroyed. Every IP I care about. I did it! Let's see. I love Death of Fate. She also liked the cat. Oh, I read that already. Nowadays, for say is more like for the 150 gig new slot before Clueless. Yeah, it's true. But the Switch games actually aren't that bad these days. Hi, Rina. Hi, Chaotic! Welcome! How you doing? This game would make me crash out. Hi, Panty Stealer! Good to see you, Panty Stealer. Yeah, I would normally crash out, but I'm like talking about things. I'm talking about my childhood and being nostalgic, so I'm having fun. I swear, Dead franchise make me sad. The comeback of F-Zero GX on the Switch too. Oh, that's exciting! That's the Pew Pew playing game, right? Good job, Rina. Thank you! Let's see if I can just get to the checkpoint. Okay, there we go. Anyway, you got far. I did! Look, I cleared the first area! It only took me an hour. It's because I keep yapping. If I wasn't yapping, I would get there faster. Yeah, why are you not the Panty Stealer anymore? I was surprised too. No, F-Zero is a super hard anti-gravity racing game. Oh, I see. There's an old game series that Capcom had called Last Planet, and I miss it so much I really want to. What is that one? You know what I wanna play? I feel like I wanna play Zone of Enders. I played like an hour of it back in the day, Zone of the Enders or whatever, and it was really cool. And I don't really play NECA games, so that was really fun. Or was it Zone of Enders 2? I think it might have been 2. I don't remember. I was a little boy. No, that was 1. In the second game, you're a cool guy. That was like, if you guys don't know about it, it was like a mecha game that was directed by Hideo Kojima, which was really cool. And I wish I had taken off. One day Gravity Rush will get a remake. I'm so sorry. Captain, I'm so sorry. You were doomed the second that Gravity Rush launched as a... that Gravity Rush debuted as a launch title for the PS Vita. Sony wants to forget that they ever made the PS Vita, even though it's such a good system. Hi, Gaio! Welcome! Heard you got Ringworm. Oh, I did not get Ringworm. Who said I got Ringworm? Oh, did Dr. House tell you that? It wasn't. It was actually Lupus. Yeah, it makes everything more fun. It does, right? Hee. Okay. Rina, I just reached the second level of Game of Syphilis. Wait, did you really? Did you actually really? Hi, Tier. You weren't here the whole stream, right? Just wondering. Just wondering. You weren't here earlier, right? Okay, yeah. Just nothing. No, not important. Lost copyright to it. Oh, I'm sorry. Those things do expire after 100 years. Used to be a little boy. No, in Zone of Enders 1, I think. The second one is much better than the first one. Is it? Is here just here to flex? Maybe. Probably. Honestly, the Vita was a really good console. Like, it did! The thing is, I owned a Vita. And the thing is, like... Japan still loved the Vita for quite a few years. Not surprisingly? Surprisingly? I don't know. Japan loved the Vita for quite a few years, even after the West abandoned it. So I was really sad when they, when Square Enix gave up on the Vita. When they deleted the Vita store, they deleted a part of my soul, to be honest. To be perfectly honest. I have a physical copy of Danganronpa V3, and I wanted to keep playing it, but the problem was that the voice pack default voices in the cartridge are really terrible. I don't know why the audio quality is shit, but the audio quality for some reason in Danganronpa V3, like the default audio quality is really bad. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Anyway, so then when the problem is that I didn't get to download the audio package, like they had an update on the Vita store before the store got taken down. And now all I have is a cartridge that sounds like shit. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me think. Oh, what the fuck? You can get stun locked by these things! Why can't you get stun locked by them? Why would they stun lock them? That's bullshit. Why do I get stun locked by those? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway. What was your plan there, literally? No, I can go around it. I can go around it. I was doing good, but for some reason, the things can stun lock me. The new Ratatan. Oh, true. Thank God. Yeah, I gotta save. Thank you, thank you. Let me see. What kind of friends aren't here for the entire 2-hour stream? Right. No, I'm not like, I don't. Okay, cool. Just like, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't look through the VOD tier. Don't worry about it. Everyone's talking about on Twitter, we're worried. Me having ringworm? Who the fuck did I have ringworm? You son of a bitch. You made me look. That sound like Syndrome? Let's see. Is here... Do you want to hear something? Don't tell tier! Don't tell tier! Don't tell tier! Those games are so good, but the Vita's playing on anything. Even though it's such a good freaking console. Hope you're having a good weekend. I am having a good weekend, especially now that you're here. Yeah! Hi, Penny. I hope you're having a good one, too. I like the Vita, but so never. Exactly! They should have released more games for it. And, like, the games that they did promise at launch never released. I have 2 Vitas. It's a fun console in the homebrew scene. Oh, the homebrew scene alive? That's good. I have the limited edition, like, white one I got in Japan. I had PSP, but never got Vita. PSP was a great system, too. Yeah, no flex. I'm just trying to self-promo my brand as a Sisyphus streamer. It's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, hold on a second. Whoops. Anyway, my PSP has family broke now. Be careful of the battery. Apparently the batteries are big. That was me with the wild tangent. Oh. Like retro console, I have a collection of them. You're self-promoting without consent. It's okay. He has syphilis. You have to understand. I'm sure you can still get if you try hard enough. Maybe. You know what? I just bought it on Steam when there's a sale. I'll be real. Once a sci-fi mech game that took place on an alien planet, humanity. Get feel for. What kind of style of game is it though? Oh, it's a mecha game. The homebrew scene for the Vias are active. You could probably find the voice. Probably. Technically, Mistress has no promoting. Not no. Not the pin of shame. No, it's a pin of I'm proud of you. I'm helping you promo. A streamer friend drop in live event. I don't know. One like equals one less ring word. Hi, Psycatch. Is Psycatch my nickname here? Yeah, it is. I said Rhythm Heaven. Oh, yeah, they announced a new one, right, or something? 1 week as an indie and she's already tweaking. Oh, am I tweaking? I heard there's signs Xbox won't have next gen. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that, but there's a rumor, I guess. As if she didn't Twitch ever since debut. I'm not coming. Hello, Celestia. Good to see you. How are you? It's nice to talk to you. Anyway. What was I even talking about? I don't remember. I got so tilted by the thingy. You know what's another one that was really cool? I was talking about how we had all these random ass games on the gacha binder, right? I don't know what game it is, because I don't know if I saw it anywhere else. But I played this one game, my brother, again, a Japanese game, we didn't understand what was happening. It was like, I didn't know it at the time, but it was a Ghost in the Shell game. It was like Ghost in the Shell fighting game, or like a mission game, I don't know. But basically, you would start out, you would go into these missions, and you would be a Tachikoma. So you'd be a Tachikoma, and then like, whoops. You'd be a Tachikoma. And then you could also create like, I don't know, like bigger robots or something. Like some sort of like, You earned like points to buy new like parts, I think. Almost like a mecha game. Ow. Stop stun locking me! Ow, stop stun locking me! I don't think I should take stun damage from these. Anyway, wild. About your panty clothes? I was not. It's got a reverse curse technique. What's that? We're gonna live to see a major platform throw in the towel trying to compete with PC. I'll be honest with you. I think the era for consoles is kind of dead. Because, like, the fact that the only thing that consoles had on PCs was the exclusivity. Like, the fact that, like, whoops. Fuck! No! God! I did not run into it. I was walking my freaking boulder into it. If I'm walking across the street and a car slams into me, did I walk into the car? I don't think so. The car should have stopped. I did not. Anyways. Yeah, I think consoles are gonna die. I literally did not do it on purpose. You overestimate me. Okay. Anyway. So, where was I? Anyway, so the console is gonna die. Consoles don't have console exclusives anymore. That most you'll get is like a window of exclusivity. So if you really want to play Final Fantasy like 17 on launch, and like you don't want to wait the 2 months after. Oh shit, nice. Thanks for the gift sub, Afterbirth. What's a tier noir? Whoa, pretty good. I don't know if that's what you were aiming for, but it went to tier. Gifted of shame. Nice. It's really funny. I don't have anything saucy in my membership tier. Sorry. I don't think I have anything saucy in there yet. Yeah, if your account is probably not a business one, right? So you can get gifted. GTA 6 is gonna be console. Yeah, for like 2 months. The Switch Nintendo still exactly. So that's why Nintendo. It's kind of funny. The only reason Nintendo can still survive with its exclusive console or with console games, to be honest, is because Nintendo makes good games. Like Nintendo is literally like the guy. He is not winning because he has the best graphics or the most advanced games. Him just make fun game. It's just fun game. It's just Mario Kart. It's just fun go pew pew. It's just fun drive. So, but the only reason that the only thing that's fucking Nintendo right now, or sorry, boning Nintendo they're doing is the price of the games. They're making it way too expensive. But I think that's also a recession sign. I think it's a recession sign that Nintendo games are getting so expensive. Because that means that everything's getting more expensive to manufacture, and also because they have no money, and people have no money. And sales probably have been historically low in the past, like compared to other stuff. Or also because they just want to keep making profit, who knows. Fun game, but questionable, online, but still fun. Okay? There's no boys kissing the member streams? No, I'm sorry. I'm loving the concessions interrupted by occasional make. Oh, fun game, though. Fun game. Nintendo wins by doing absolutely nothing again. And I can't get away with any because of their games. It's true. 80 games. Yeah. No lies. Prime 4 does not look cutting edge by Invincible. We all know it's going to be quality. Exactly. The game's just good. They're just good games. They're sad just because of their first party games. It's true. And the thing that makes me sad, though, we're $80 cats. Fun seeing people in the US freaking out about $8 games. Yeah. It's bad. What was I saying? The thing that makes me sad, though, is that I think Nintendo is also going to have bad games now. Like, no, the games are still going to be good, but I think that the games Nintendo make are going to be less quality now. Because the production cycle, I don't know why they're doing this, because Shigeru Miyamoto is still in charge, but the production cycle for games now is so much shorter than it used to be. Like, the fact that they rushed out the last 2 Pokemon games is, like, a sign of end of... Then again, Pokemon games aren't developed by Nintendo, technically, right? It's technically Game Freak or whatever. So technically, it's not Mr. Nintendo's fault. Technically, it's Game Freak or whatever. Or Pokemon Company, whichever. I know that people in the US make more money, blah, 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 blah. I think Canada was dead because the majority safety net was kids, adults, and were always on minor market. Now kids have iPads. It's true. And honestly, like, they're not making any handheld console exclusives. And even Nintendo has pulled out of the handheld console market, and they were the leaders in it, right? So basically, because they're basically making it so you can have both. Let's see. Yeah, you guys just get screwed, I guess. It's true! People eat up whatever now anyway, shit quality or mid quality. But it's still like, it's still not good. That means it's a bad indicator for the market as a whole. So I may almost raise her. Oh yeah, sorry. Sport Game Freak employees haven't seen the sun in years. It's true. Game Freak's ones that make them, but Nintendo still has mass control of what happens. Which is why the profit-seeking like model that's consuming a lot of game developers nowadays, or even game publishers, is really not good, because it's really making crunch and making games bad now. For the record, Nintendo only owns 33% of the Pokemon Company. Game Freak has now acknowledged problems that come from unflexible schedules. Are they going to be better for Pokemon ZA and other stuff? Pokemon's made by Game Freak. I think it's more of an issue with them rather than an issue. Quality games has gone up to a massive degree. How'd I put it? Like, do you mean the quality of games for Nintendo, or as a whole? It will happen. The Switch is everything I ever wanted to handle. The Switch is great. Steam Deck and other things is almost making me want to give my... The Steam Deck is great, but the problem is that the Steam Deck is just not powerful enough for certain games. Like, I cannot run Monster Hunter. See, it looks amazing. Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer yet, actually, because I want to be, surprised. So there's no red in the next one, so maybe. AAA game was waiting for GTA 6 to be 100 so they could all get... Oh yeah, I saw that too. I saw the rumors of that too. I'll play ZA too. Yeah, it's really... I do like that they were cooking with the Legends series. But anyways, the point is, I have very big thoughts about the game industry and how... Or I just have thoughts about how development cycles are ruining everything. And profit margins. That's why, like none of the... You don't have a lot of really cool new original IPs these days. Also because a lot of publishers and developers don't want to take a chance on it. Which is why, like, honestly, nowadays, I mostly play indie games. I mostly play and buy indie games. Because they're where, like, really interesting ideas and new IPs are coming out. Running Monhana's Stream Deck would be wild. It would be, because it doesn't work. RCs, yeah, same here. I'm playing ZA, but the Switch 2, yeah, bro, I don't know, man. Everything's bad these days. It's really Pokemon Legends with actually good frame rates. That would be nice. I also would like it if they had more endemic life. And more Pokemon doing, like... the thing that I don't like about the open world with Pokemon right now is that, like... I think I've been spoiled by, like, Monster Hunter games, like Monster Hunter World. Not so much Wild. But, like, the endemic life and the natural creatures in the game are so, like... They feel so natural in those games. Whereas in Pokemon games right now, the open world, the behavior of the Pokemon is kind of weird. Because you'll just have, like, clusters of Pokemon just in a random field, which feels really weird. And, like, that's not how they would naturally act, you know? I'm good! Am I locked in? Okay, let's see. People keep hoping for a game industry crash with just rage bait fantasies. There's no end in sight. There isn't. That's a problem. There's not going to be... I think that if there's going to be a crash, it's going to be like parallel to probably the recession in the economy as a whole. Indians, my beloved. Indians are where it's at. Without price tag going, players are definitely more looking forward to indie games now, for sure. We need more companies that are like Arrowhead and Larian. Yeah, but even Larian... It's kind of interesting because even Larian was kind of like... They were being crushed underneath the pressure of the profit margin, like profit model as well. Like the fact that they don't want to do Baldur's Gate 2, which is a great decision, but the fact that they felt pressure to keep like addressing, the fact they kept updating the game, which is good, but they kept feeling pressure from the fans and from media and stuff like that. I also think social media is probably bad. Golden age of indie games. I think so too. I think Power does a good job at that. Power is an interesting case. Very interesting case to talk about. If I was Pokemon, I'd jump into your Pokeball. Aww. Sorry, that felt fake. Monster World and Monster Wilds are both so much life. Yeah, I think Wilds does less good of a job, but Worlds does it really well. Especially because like it has that whole like you're a biological researcher. RCS Open World's a bit too segmented. Breath of the Wild was a lot more seamless. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is probably, at least in that area, probably one of the better leaders because you have a lot more. It feels a lot more natural. Like this world is something that's lived in with all of the NPCs and the enemies just like living in these little huts, or you see them like doing little rituals and stuff like, or they'll just be dancing together. It's really cute. Yeah, it's still fun. Yeah. Pokemon, please choose me. It depends. You have to be a cute Pokemon. I only choose cute Pokemon. Let me just get my checkpoint. Paladin is a trooper of a game with Nintendo constantly blowing them right now. I think the thing is that, like... I've said my thoughts about Power World before. I was following Power World in development before it got released and became a big deal. Because it was just like, haha, Pokemon with guns. I really wish Power World didn't blow up massively to be the success that it is now. Because it is, like, kind of common in the indie market, but you'll get, like, some small developers who will make, like, a game that's kind of like a bit of a ripoff of another game. And the thing is, I like Power World. I have a lot of fun playing it. I just wish that, like, it kind of, like, makes it... I'm worried for other indie slop games that are basically bootlegs of bigger games. Power World's technically not a bootleg of Pokemon. It's more of a bootleg of Pokemon and Arc combined. But I think that the market for indie games that are weird bootleg copies of other games but have, like, little interesting twists of their own is kind of in danger now because of what Power World has done. Indie slop. I play a lot of indie games, and I'll play a lot of indie slop. Power World is neat, but its level of polish is AA level at best. Basically, yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of content. Have you noticed that 100% of millennial women have Pokemon plushie? I have 70,000 Pokemon plushies. Not that I'm 21, by the way. But I have a huge Pachirisu collection. If you're not cute, Rina will never love you. It's true. I'm very vain. Your choice on whether to believe them or not. Well, I keep getting glazed and everyone is calling me cute, so your choice to believe them. So it's pretty safe to be a Pikachu clone. I mean, Pikachu's cute. I like the clones, yeah. What was I saying? The newer pals are a lot more their own design. I hope so. The era of Lethal Company likes. Yeah. Which, like, at least Lethal Company, Lethal Company likes are all derivatives of Phasmophobia. The Grand Master. And the reason Power World is on the same vein Marvel Rivals Pop is because how people being discounted with the Inspiration franchise. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, totally. 21 Season 5. Self-report. I'm 21! Anyway, so I'm personally just worried for indie games. I like Power World. It's fun. And I'm glad that Pokemon at least kind of laid off on it. But I also think that it's hard because copyright law in Japan is so stringent. Phasmo, Lethal Company, Content Warning, Repo the Pipeline. Basically, yeah. And you don't forget, Phasmo had like 50,000 copies. They had Ghost Company Inc. They had like Demonology. They had, what else did they have? They just had a lot going on. I'm just not very, my outlook for the game industry is not very high because I am very worried about what will happen in the future. Fuck! Can you stop doing that? It didn't even get caught by the checkpoint! Oh, well, that's fine. Copyright in Japan is stupid. There's no concept of fair use. Copyright is so weird in Japan, and also slander is so weird. 21, but also hag. I'm not a hag. You guys are the ones who keep calling me that. Cited blind on age. Interesting. As you said, it's more of a mix of an arc Pokemon. When you look at a lot of its systems, it's closer to arc mechanic-wise. Yeah. If anything, it's way too close to arc mechanics-wise, because, like, there are a lot of games that are in the, like, shitty asset, early access game development for 10 years genre, which I would say, you know, you have Arc, you have Rust, you have 7 Days to Die, is that the one? And you have a lot of games that are in the genre, but they all have unique enough spins on each other that it's, like, different enough. Like, it even spins on the system itself. But, like, Power World is really close to Arc systems. Said, culture shouldn't exist only for those who can afford it. Until I was like, yeah, true. That's why I had so many Flavor of the Week copies it did. Rina says she's 21. I am 21. Defamation law in Japan is stupid, too. In the US, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's because, like, even if, like, especially, like, in the US, right, when you're doing defamation, when you're publishing information about public figures, it's really hard to prove cases of slander against a public figure because a public figure is a person of interest, which is why, like, reporting their going-ons is important. But in countries like Japan with really strong defamation laws, just like the fact that even if it's not true or whatever, if you say anything about someone that's negative, like even a public figure, it's very easy to get sued about it. 7 years for release, yeah. The same Power was bring some elements of Pokemon out of the rigid turn-based system, which I hate. Yeah, no, I agree. And that's why the thing is, like, I guess the idea in general, I mean, the idea of competition, market freedom and competition is what drives innovation, right? Like, you have Pokemon Arceus, which came out, which, like, you know, maybe it's pushing Nintendo to, or Game Freak or whatever, to kind of innovate more with their model now that they have some actual competition. But on the other hand, it's all complicated. Same had to make the actual mouth. You should have known it as well, but you said it. Yeah, exactly. And you have to prove that it did actual damage, too. Bad parts of Japan that weebs don't want to accept. Basically, yeah. Not every country is perfect. And, like, I think Thing Japan lets Japan get by a lot often. I was actually talking to a streamer friend the other day about this. I was saying how I really hate Kyoto in Japan. Because, A, it's full of tourists. I'm a tourist, yes, but I hate Kyoto because it's full of tourists, and also, a lot of Kyoto is really, like, bad infrastructure, to be perfectly honest. Like, the roads are really rickety stone and, like, not really well maintained, and then they're like, really narrow, and there's a lot of, like, just really bad. I think in any other city it'd be seen as, like, a negative thing, but because it's traditional in Kyoto, they're like, oh, traditional Japan, we must preserve it. I'm like, bro, this city is, like, a nightmare to actually navigate in. You have a nice watch there. Public figure. What watch? The Batman. How you know so much about US law? Don't you live in Madagascar? I don't live in Liberius anymore. I don't know where I live now. I'm just gonna say for now I live in heaven. I just know a lot about, I'm just really smart, guys. I know a little bit about a lot of different things. Tourists hitting other tourists. Yeah, it's tourist on tourist violence. Damn Porsche said I fell. There's a reason it isn't the capital city anymore. I mean, a lot of reasons. I don't know what Japan's about, but I really don't want to be a cringe-ass tourist. No! Dude, Captain, go do it. The only reason I hate tourists is because I was a cringe tourist. Because here's the thing, everybody deserves to be a cringe-ass Japanese tourist once or twice. You get like a handful of being a shitty tourist in Japan and being cringe at least a few times. And I've been to Japan like a billion times, so I've used up all my passes. That's why I'm at the point of like the I'm at the angry part. I'm at the angry entitled part of my tourism. It's apparently the Kyoto way of telling someone it's time you left. Oh really? Interesting. She slipped through one of the temporal distortions and liberates and end up in heaven, even though jealous. Yeah, exactly. I hate tourists too. It's just too full of too many tourists. Like when I was in Kyoto, and doing the touristy stuff, I did the whole like, you know, I did the dressed up in kimono. They did my hair, they did my makeup, and I wore and I was wearing a yukata, and you know, doing the tourist thing around. But like for some places, it's like the distance between a lot of tourist sites in Kyoto is really weird. So sometimes some of them are like just a little bit too far for walking, and some of them are a bit too close for like taking an Uber or something. So for some of those places, I would take a bus with my friend. Bro, those buses are the smallest thing I've ever ridden in my entire life. Haha, sex joke. And also like super crowded, full of people. Like they were crowded and really, really narrow and really uncomfortable too, because I was wearing my yukata, right? So obviously it was kind of stuffy and weird. Everyone was like just so many tourists, and it was in the summer, and everyone was sweaty and nasty, and it was just a bad time. And also the roads are really hard to walk in yukata. How was this made for this kind of outfit? It was it's super uphill, and you cannot take any steps in a yukata. You can only take like 3 steps in a yukata before you gotta call it like quits. And like you have to take the babyest steps. If you're ever in a yukata and you're late for something, you're fucked. You better reschedule that shit because you're not making that appointment. Anyway. Can't wait to be a cringe shitty tourist. Actually, no, I think do you want to know the cheese you've stayed long enough? You have knife watch that you talk too much. Ah. Haha, sex jokes. Or something. Kyoto has a reputation for people being passive aggressive. Maybe. Are you allowed to talk to people on there, or is it a faux pas? Honestly, technically speaking, when you're on any public transit in Japan, it's like a faux pas to talk too loudly publicly. You can do a little bit chatting, like quietly, but you really shouldn't be talking that much. But Kyoto is like full of more tourists than locals at this point. So honestly, if you're on the bus, there's probably gonna be another cringe-ass tourist like you who's going to be talking anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, well, rip. I'm back. We're talking Japan Adventures. Hi, Yasu. Is it Japan Adventures or me complaining about Japan? Okay, men wear yukata? Yeah, men can totally wear yukata. It's honestly, I wish more men would wear yukata, because you see a lot of girls wearing the yukata, like doing the whole experience, but I think more men should do it, because very few of them will do it. I don't know why. I'm on the train on my phone anyways, which is just normal. You would just blend in perfectly well. I don't like talking on American public transit. Are you riding with your friends a lot? I don't like talking. That's a lie. Japan complaints, yeah. I'm talking myself, I got them. Seems like a difficult skill not to walk for only several miles. Is that referring to the game or talking about in Japan? Like Japan complaints. Yeah, I was in my yukata and I was trying to walk up the hill for, I want to say it was Kiyomizu-dera. And the hill was so hard to climb up. I was like suffering. I was big time suffering. It was awful. Yeah, the less, the better. Crazy. You're crazy. You gotta stop using that word in public. No, I'm by myself. I'm sure as hell not gonna talk to strangers. Yeah, which is super fair. But I'm usually, whenever I'm on the transit, well, not always, but if I'm with friends, I will be talking the hell out of everything, you know? We're super loud. Japanese, it's not hard to walk in yukata. I don't know how people complain about it. No, it's hard to walk when you're going uphill. It's hard to go uphill, and also if you're late, because the freaking temple, all the stuff for the temple closes at 5 p.m. even though it's a huge tourist site, and you're in a rush, and there's all these tourists, and you're trying to walk through the little village beneath the temple. I'm just afraid of looking like a fool wearing anything I don't usually wear, which is fair. That's super fair. But it's like the touristy thing. Not even Japanese men wear yukata, which makes me sad. I wish more men would wear the yukata, or at least wear the jinbei. Oh, hell yeah, Rina, just you wait for my yukata postings. Yeah, do it, dude. I'm so loud in public with my friends. Yeah, exactly. Confirm, Rina's in DB. Yeah. Yeah, they did that to me, too. Yeah, it sucks. I'm still doing physical. There's no way I'm walking miles uphill. Yeah. But there's no other choice. There's no other choice if you want to go see these beautiful historic temples because of this shitty infrastructure. Which is crazy because you know what? Japan is also the country where they will build, like certain places, they will build a freaking escalator up the side of a mountain. So like what gives? Why is Kyoto not allowed to fuck up its thousands-year-old architecture, huh? Huh? Build an escalator up the side of the Fushimi Inari little village. Do it. Do it. I dare you, Japan. Do it. Please do it for me. For Rina. Rina wants to go up this freaking... Build an escalator up this side of this mountain for Sisyphus, okay? My friend said roll me uphill in a wheelchair. There's no way. If you want to visit, honestly, if you have any physical mobility issues, get fucked. You're never going to be able to visit any temples or anything in Japan. Or not in Japan, in Kyoto specifically. All of the shit's uphill. All the shit's super hard to get to. Talking to random strangers is one of the few joys in life. Sometimes, yeah. But it's a little bit harder for me because usually... Because if a random stranger's talking to me, they're likely trying to hit on me. Or they're going to kill me. Maybe not kill me, but usually when a range of strangers talking to me, it's because they're trying to hit on me. I've had guys in cars pull up and talk to me, and I get really scared because they could kill me. Or not kill me, they could grab me into their car. One time I was on the subway. This was probably my worst story. Have I told you guys this story before? I mean, aren't things more beautiful if you have to work for it? Yeah, but I'm lazy. I'm dying. Kyoto has the worst case of NIMBYism. What's NIMBYism? Kyoto's historic that used to be the capital after all. I know. Escalator sign of Mount Fuji-san. That's what I'm saying. And I climbed Mount Fuji, bro. I'm building Japanese uke post-surgery. I think I've only got you could probably. Not Everest for the elevator. Surely the world would give me the top roll. It would! Because of the specific blemish I got in climb stuck. Flat feet swag. Yep. Gotta have someone carry you up the hill. Oh, dang it, Bobby. So 0 to 100. God, you got it. Basically, yeah. What about both? Hitting you on you and claiming to kill you at the same time. Yeah, they could do that. It'd be an interesting experience. I would not talk to you unless I like saw a video on your bag or something and thought it was cool. Which is fine. But is it in Japan or somewhere else? NIMBY is not my backyard. Oh, I see. Okay, so this was in... No, it was here in... Not La Bears, I guess heaven. I was on the subway. I had an era... Basically, I had a phase where I was really into comic books, right? Like, it was like, you know, everybody has their phases. I was really into comic books. And I was reading... I bought this new trade paperback for like fuck me, I immediately fucked it. Okay, so I bought this new trade paperback for this Red Hood solo series, and I really wanted to read it. So I was on the subway, and I pull out the Red Hood trade paperback, which if you don't know, Red Hood is like a character in the Batman verse, but I think everybody knows who Red Hood is. Back in the day, though, back in my day, Red Hood was not that well known. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. I'll come back to it. Or I won't. Oh well. Carry me up the hill? Probably not. Well, you skipped my very heartfelt and daring message. Well, be that way. Well, where is it? Do you remember your messages? It's super far. Oh, I'm really quiet IRL. More so if people around me. You see a side of me, 97%. Oh, know about me. Ah, I see. Only send for her for now. I will skip messages, guys. I can't read while I'm trying to game. Nothing about comic books. Red Hood, country music. I mean, I thought you had abandoned me at the bottom of the hill, but I knew. It's like some sort of fable. Anyways, the point is, Yeah, so I was reading this comic trade paperback on the train. And I was like, sometimes when I go out, I look really cute. I look to put on makeup. I like to wear a cute outfit. And like, you know, I will say I will get 20% less people hitting on me if I'm not wearing makeup. And I was wearing makeup and I was wearing cute outfits. I was going to meet my friends and girl pals. Gal pals. It's hard playing me. Yeah, exactly. When you say Red Hood, I think only of Nikki. I haven't gone there yet. But I also was going to play that Miss Enemies. Evil! Anyway. So I was playing. You holding up okay? I am actually. I'm not molding mostly because I'm just talking. The thing I like about streaming is that you guys are my captive audience. You have to listen to everything I say. You guys are trapped here. So I can talk about anything I want. Anyway. It's true, you guys are helping for a full crash out. I'll talk to you as long as you have skin. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hey, Hyper Epsilon, what does that mean? Quick question, what does that mean? I was talking just free content to you. True. Hey, I don't need you guys for content. I love you guys for the content. But like I said, I've trained in the forest of where nobody lives and nobody's watching me. You're our anime, you're a princess after all. I am your princess, yeah! Actual stuff. I've trapped ever since YouTube recommended me your channel during Agate. Yay! Am I trapped if I'm just too tired to move? Yes. It means if you want me to go away, you'll have to skin yourself. What's happening? I'm scared. I'm scared. Dagoba is Luke and Yoda. Dagoba, is that what it's called? I think it's the first time I've seen you get some form of fucking damage. I think so. You know what? You guys used to stun lock me more, but I think that my brain has gotten more brain damage, so I don't get stun locked as often anymore. What was I saying? I actually forgot. What was I saying? Oh my god, what was I talking about? Hold on, let me check. What did I check it? You're saying? Oh yeah, I was telling my story. Yes, worse than we had the same adventure. It's true. Anyways, so about almost being kidnapped. No, I was on the subway, and I was reading. It was a scary situation. It was probably the cringest situation I've been hit on. So yeah, you did. Okay, so I was reading the Red Hood trade paperback in the subway, right? I was sitting there and I looked really cute because I was meeting up with my friends. And then I see some, like, I'm like, you know, obviously reading. And then someone goes like, oh, hey, excuse me, is that a comic book you're reading or something? And I look up and it's this like older guy. And I want you to understand, I think I was, well, I might have been a late teenager at this point. So I was like, I look pretty young. Guys, I look pretty young to begin with. Like, I always look at least a few years younger than my actual age. So then this like dude who's like, he looks like he's in his 30s, maybe late 30s, I don't know. Anyway, this guy in his 30s starts talking to me. He's like, oh, hey, is that a comic book? And I was like, oh, yeah. And he's like, you like comics? And I was like, yeah. And then he like, and like, the thing is, I'm being friendly enough. I'm like being nice, but I'm not like engaging super hard in the conversation because I kind of want to read my freaking comic, which I was doing. I wanted to read my comic, dude. I just bought it. But he keeps talking to me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just like being friendly. But then as it goes on, like he doesn't just say a quick passing comment and go on. He just keeps talking to me about comics. But I need you to understand, it wasn't a back and forth. It wasn't like a conversation where we're both talking about how we love comics. It was him mostly telling me about how he loves comics and what he does with comics. And he was like going on, and my entire ride was him telling me about what he does with comics. And he was telling me like, he was like, oh, I buy and trade comic books. I love to like blah, 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 blah. It's so rare to see a girl reading comics or whatever stuff. And I'm like, I'm just trying to be polite and nice because I'm like, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's just talking to me when I want to read my freaking book. I'm not going to be like, hey, bro, can you shut the fuck up? I want to read my book. So he's talking, and the entire ride he's talking, and I'm obviously not really that talking into it, but I'm like, whatever, he's being normal. But then, basically, yeah, was being talked at, exactly. So then, what happens is, then like eventually I'm like hoping that he'll get off or I'll get off, and I don't want to know what stop I'm getting off at. But eventually he has to get off, and he's like, oh, he like notices, he's like, my stop's coming up. And he's like, okay, here. Because he wants to obviously connect with me, right? Like get my number or something. So you know what he does? You know what he freaking does? He leans down, and I have no idea what he's gonna do. I've seen a lot of different ways that people will give me their number, try to talk to me. So he leans down, and he reaches for his sock. And I'm like, why is he reaching for his sock? And he rolls down his sock, And like it's like, you know, these like ratty gym socks in his like sneakers or whatever. He rolls it down, and lo and behold, I see this bundle of like paper, like a rolled up a bundle of paper. It would almost look like a cash, like a bundled up roll of cash. Except I know it's not that, because he unrolls it and pulls and like rips off one sheet of whatever this paper is, and he gives it to me. And I look and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm like, I don't want your sock paper. I don't want your sock paper. But he gives me his sock paper. And I was like, I'm not gonna, okay. I like gingerly hold it with one finger. And I look down. And like he goes like, oh, bye. And he like goes off. He's like, you know, call me. And I look at it. And it's a freaking, it's a freaking flyer. It's a flyer for his business of buying and selling used comic books. And on the bottom are all of those little tabs that you rip off. All the little tabs you rip off with his phone number on it. And I was just stunned. I was stunned sitting there with this gym sock ratty flyer paper that he must have been walking around with all day. I don't know why it was in his sock. He had a jacket with pockets in it. I don't know why it was in his sock. I don't know. Oh God, I hope it was only one day. I hope it was only one day. Sunny, that was probably the most cringe interaction I had, because I just didn't know how to deal with this situation. Bro clearly read too many comics. Bro, probably. I didn't know how to deal with this situation, dude. Free foot paper, nice. I don't think you wanted it. Trust me, you didn't want it. This is why nerds have such a bad rep. Yeah, kind of. Put that shit in your wallet, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Number 15, Burger King foot paper. So true. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is why I don't talk to strangers anymore. Hear me out there. Rina sock paper. There's no sock paper. Can you give that and give me the... The fact that both of you guys said that at the same time is crazy. It's crazy. Let me see. What are other stories? Actually, you remind me, Owen was like, oh, don't talk to strangers. That's dangerous. I don't try to talk to strangers anymore. Like, I think that it's not good to talk to strangers anymore. Because, like... There's a market on the market. Well, apparently you and Afterbirth. These are wild merch ideas. You haven't even heard all their terrible merch ideas, Kyle. Okay, so what was I gonna say? This is not that long a story. I was just walking to the bus stop, and I was like, you know, waiting for my bus or whatever. And then I saw, and the thing is, oh no, I wasn't walking to the bus stop. Yeah, I was walking to the bus stop from like this little plaza nearby, which had like a grocery store or whatever, right? And I see, and like the thing is, like I like to help strangers when I can. And I see this guy and this older man who looks like he's probably around my father's age. Like he looked like a single father or something. Like he looked like my father's age. And I see him walking out of the grocery store carrying these these really like a lot of bags of groceries. They look really heavy. And I'm like, okay, you know, if I was carrying heavy bags of groceries, I'd want someone to help me too. So, and like it's worse because he reminds me of my dad. So I'm like, oh, my poor dad. This is like the SVA incident. What's the SVA incident? Oh, the freaking, oh, the sweat armpit. Yeah. See, you're crazy. Your merch ideas are great. What do you mean? No, they're something. There's something. Some fire merch ideas. I don't know about that one. Anyway, so I see him carrying these heavy bags, and it reminds me of my father. So I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, do you need any help with these bags? I'm like, do you need help, like, you know, taking them to your car or whatever? And the guy's like, oh, no, it's totally fine. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then, like, and that's fine. But then, like, as I'm walking towards my bus stop from the grocery store, I realize in horror that he's walking in the same direction. And I'm like, oh, this can't be. I'm like, maybe he's just, like, maybe his house is nearby and he's just walking this direction and he just didn't want to trouble a stranger. And I go to my bus stop, and I stop there to wait for the bus. And I turn around, because I hear heavy breathing, and lo and behold, the guy at the grocery bags is there at the same bus stop. And now, it's really awkward, because we're both standing at the bus stop. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just be normal. But he doesn't stop there, like, right at the bus stop. He stops right next to me. And he's like, he starts talking to me. He's like, hey, do you live in this area? Which is red flag number one. Red flag number one. Don't ask me where I live if it's the first time I met you and it's the first conversation we're having. and I go, no. It's a lie. I did live in that area, but I was like, no, I don't live in this area. And he's like, oh, I see. And I'm like, I'm giving like non-committal answers. And he starts giving, and he keeps talking to me. Again, it's like the comic book guy. He keeps talking to me, even though I'm clearly not interested. And also, he's my father's age. And I'm just stuck talking to him. And I see like other people standing at the bus stop who are kind of like other women who like obviously understand what's happening in the situation, who are kind of like aware that something awkward's happening, but they're not gonna step in or anything. And I'm just like, please let the bus come here and either like come here really quickly or come here and run me over. Anyways, the bus does come eventually, and we get inside, and I go as far to the back of the bus as I can from him. And that's it. That's not a long story. It's just awkward. Don't help people. Guys, chatty strangers barely ever try approaching me. They choose other nice looking guys. I wish that was me. So I help people if they're broken down the side of the road. I can't always help, but if I can do. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. So Rina, where do you live? I'm not telling you that. I mean, it's usually some situations normal, but it's usually like, dude, at your bar, you local. Exactly. When that says that's being pretty, I guess. Yeah, I'm just too hot. Sounds like an absolute keeper. Yeah, absolutely, of course. I get hit. I told you guys, right? Truck and isekai Rina, please. Right? I don't know why. Preventing me that I'm not pretty. Well, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I look vulnerable, because I look like young. I've told you guys before. And for people who don't know, my age range of people who hit on me is almost exclusively, don't know why, almost exclusively guys who are in like their 40s to 50s. And this has remained consistent throughout my entire life. Like, it doesn't matter what age I am, but the people who hit on me are always like older men who are around my father's age. Which like disturbs me, honestly. It honestly does disturb me because like I said, I've always looked quite young. So I don't like that. So many dangerous incidents report. People tend to take advantage of the sense of duty military members are still, so we actually get afraid not to help people more. Too many dangerous incidents. Yeah, I can see that, dude. It's okay. I was hit on. I can hit on you in my early 20s. Well, then you'll fix the curve a little bit, I guess. Rina, that sounds like what Theo wants. No, but they're not like they're not hot older men. They're all men who are like my father. Like literally, these men could be my father. I'm here to single-handedly shift that demographic. Amazing. Not sure what to think of reading from that information. I'm very traumatized, guys. One time, a guy in the bus, again, on the bus, I don't know, maybe it's dangerous. One time, a guy in the bus, he was asking the bus driver, he seemed really confused about the area. And again, he reminded me of my dad. And I was like, oh, maybe he needs help. So I asked him, like, do you need help figuring out what stop to get off? And he's like, no, it's all right. And then, he's like, oh, it's all right. And I'm like, okay, so I go back to sit in my seat again, but he does not go back to sit in his seat. He starts talking to me. He's like, oh, he says, what did he say? He said, are you a student? And at this point, I'm not a student, but I'm like, okay, maybe if I seem really young, then he won't hit on me. So I'm like, oh, I'm in high school. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, is your school around here? Where do you live? They always fucking ask where I live. Why do they always want to know where I live? Please stop. And so me basically telling him that I was an underage teenager did not help. It did not help. He kept talking to me more. It's reassuring, Mr. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome. Welcome. This is unreal. You guys do not understand. I just do not understand. When I learned this situation on the bus to say, it's not good, guys. I can help you with that since I'm in my 20s. I'll hone you for it. Again, you guys fixing the curve, I guess. Asking where somebody lives is crazy. But they always do it! I don't know why! You can still be a college student. Well, I implied, I think I said I was in high school specifically because I didn't want him to, like, think I was overage. I'm gonna try to hit that one next girl I made. Do you live here? Stop! You know, one time I had an experience like that was at night in front of a bar. I was trying to get home, but some girls called to me. I ignored them until one of them shouted, Splatoon! Wait, that's awesome! They shouted Splatoon! That's crazy. Is this why you're afraid of men? Part of the reason. I'm very afraid of men who are in their 40s to 50s who are very, like, large. I don't even mean large as in, like, you know, heavy, like, overweight. Or I mean, like, they have a large frame in any way. And they have a very, like... if they have, like, a domineering presence, or they have, like, a deep voice, or are kind of, like, aggressive, they really scare me. Probably because they remind me of my dad. Astronauts literally streaming. Yeah, it's just true. Anyone can be a college student. It's true. How do you interact with women? I'm like, I'm gonna give them my sock number. Stop! Do not give them the sock number. I guess they saw the Lucha and cute. That's really cute. Well, I'm really shifting curve. I have a twin frame and I'm young. Yeah. I'm really scared of men who are older men who are very commanding and large. I'm just, guys, it's just a bad time out here, okay? It's just a bad time out here. This is why the worst is also that now that I take Ubers a lot, I really don't like when my... The thing is, here's the thing, guys. The curve for drivers on Uber is also bad. It's very largely, the curve of drivers on Uber is very largely, don't hit me. The curve of drivers on Uber is basically my demographic of people who like to hit on me. And the worst is that I'll be stuck in a car with them for 30 minutes while they're driving me. And the entire time they'll be like, the entire time I'm in the car, not the entire time, but like if I enter the car of the Uber and the way you open the conversation is you go, oh, hello, miss, you're very beautiful. And you're like an older man who's in his 40s to 50s. I'll be like, I'm about to enter, exactly, they know where I'm going. And I'm trapped in this car for 30 minutes and I don't want them to kill me. So when they say, oh, you're very beautiful, miss, I just smile and I'm like, haha, thank you. And then I try to put in my AirPods. But sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes I keep talking to you. I'm taking my voice relatively deep. However, I have also the possibility of a sad webcast. So that's good. He used a Gundam intro. Beautiful movie. Stop. You gotta drive, not hit on people. I know. There's this one driver I had. Dude, who like... The headphones weren't working. And the entire time he was hitting on me very like... But like he didn't want to get reported. So he was hitting on me very like hinting. Like hinting at hitting at me. So he was like... I thought I got past this section. He was like saying stuff like, oh, you know, I just moved to this country not too long ago, man. Hey, you live here, right? So do you know where I can meet women? Like, I really want to meet women in specified range, which he probably thinks is my age, who are like, you know, of your ethnicity. And he's like, you know, I just really like, you know, like, wow, you're so smart and so pretty. I just really wish I could meet like single women in this area. Do you know where I can meet single women like that? He's singing this whole car ride. I don't know what to do. Me and Captain Owen and VC, I think I have the highest pitched voice of the three of us. Really? Interesting. I mean, I guess I did hear your voices when we were playing Reaper. O'Malley and I have similar pitch, I think. I think so too, actually. Please don't tell me the dudes sign up as super judges. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I can't help it. My strike zone just goes. Ew, yeah. Bro, I was looking for a porn ad or something. I don't know. Very scummy. Dude, I know. Dude, literally thought, man, I'm really hungry about the food. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. It's a weird topic to go into a stranger. It was weird, but that's why I don't like when the Uber driver talk to me, but it's fine. Hey, Mia, can you tell me where to find hot single VTuber? Twitter. Just go to Twitter. Mia, tell me how you carry, like, pepper spray. I don't carry pepper spray. I think it's probably illegal in my country. I mean, in heaven. I actually don't know. Can I carry pepper spray? I don't know. Crazy single purple VTubers? Oh, I don't know. I only know sane ones. Except for Mercy. Mercy's kind of, Yandere-ish. Maybe when I select ride and they start yakking my ear off. But you can only do that if you get premium, right? I was watching the video about it, my voice sounds so much deeper than it does to me. Yeah, your voice was deeper than I expected. Where are we going from here? Let's think for a second. So I just have to go around there. I think it's just gonna be another narrow pass. No one will know if you have or don't have pepper spray. I guess so, but I don't want to get, like, I don't want to get in trouble for possession or whatever. Not possession, but, like, concealed weapons. I don't know if it'll count as concealed weapon. Like, I really... I really wish that concealed weapons were allowed, because, like, I don't want to have to be doing the Wolverine key thing with my arms all the time. Because it doesn't even work. I don't even think it works. But, you know, that's just life. Where's Steel Blue Toes? Your case of the jewels pack quite event. I could do that, that's true. Mercy think it the sanest people. Is she sane? Is she sane? She is quite normal and nice. It's illegal. Yeah, exactly. Pepper spray is illegal in some places. Pepper spray in some places, yeah. Which is why I'm jealous of my oomphs who can carry pepper spray legally. Oh, this area is pretty long, huh? Okay, add you on Twitter. Answer after stream words. It's fine. The hot single feature women. Okay, I will. Quit out perfume bottle as a spray. You're funny. But I don't. It's still concealed though. It'd still be a concealed weapon, no? I feel like. Okay, I'm pretty sure any self-defense weapon is legal. Yeah. I would have some pocket sand at the ready. Pocket sand is pretty good. Yeah, it's true. I also do recommend taking self-defense, but from an actual teacher. Too many phones nowadays. Yeah, they have so many courses and people trying to advertise on TikTok, stuff like that. That Mercy is pretty chill. I only watch. She is actually pretty chill. It's just her lore that is crazy. Only enough I vibe way more with older people. I felt like that for all my life. I can't fit the generation old ass soul. That's probably because you were forced to mature at a younger age than expected. The Dust Saga was hilarious on that note. What's the Dust Saga? Saved. Yeah, I'm a pro gamer. I'm a pro Fortnite gamer. I think I'll probably call this at the 15-minute, or at the 3-hour mark, so probably 15 more minutes, and I'll go eat dinner. Pepper's really, what about a bag of pepper powder instead? I feel like I'd still get in trouble for that, to be perfectly honest. I don't know, bro. It's rough out here, dude. And then, yeah, it's not so... I just had a lot of guys hit on me, but I've never had any of them... the worst case was probably... Honestly, the worst case was with guys being aggressive, like, intimately, physically. It's probably at clubs. Like, when I was in university and I went to clubs with my friends. I think the worst case, God, the most audacious case was when I was with my friend, right? She was really pretty and she has big boobs. We would go in the club and we would be dancing. And then, like, a dude... There's this one dude one time, he, like, passed by us. But as he passed by us, he literally grabbed her boob and ran his hand across her torso. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I, like, pulled her away from him. I'm like, that's so audacious. How come the cops catch you when they have eyes full of pepper? True. Maybe, like, a loud air horn, like, screecher tool. like the buzzer, the safety buzzer in Japan. Well, you just say you liked your food probably. Wow, what a creep. It was crazy, because that was probably the most audacious case I've ever seen of someone, like, groping us at clubs. Usually they just kind of like, I don't know, they'll, like, you know, be gross, but in, like, a more subtle way. But that guy, dude. Oh my god, and the worst time, I had this one time where it was like it was some sort of, like, dance, or not, sorry, like, not initiation ceremony, but, like, a welcome ceremony for the uni. And we were in, like, you know, these, like, you know, freshman groups, right? Or whatever groups to, like, you know, explore the campus or do activities. And, like, there were some guys and some girls, and we're, like, dressed up, and then we were dancing. And the worst part was, I don't know what happened. I don't know why or how it happened, but I ended up in this, like, scenario. I ended up in this circle where it was, like, 3 girls, including me, and, like, 3 guys. And I don't know what happened or what happened to the music or wasn't paying attention. But as time went on, like a kind of like a sexier song went on, and I'm like just chilling, right, just like dancing and having fun of myself. I turned to look to my right, and one of the girls is grinding on the guy, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's cool, I guess. And then I looked to my left. Or not left, I looked in front of me, and the other girl is grinding on the guy too. And I looked, and I know from my peripheral vision that the guy to my left has no woman grinding on his body, and I am the woman closest to him. And I'm like, okay, how do I navigate this? Because I need to escape, because I do not wish to grind down on this man's body. But, like, I'm like, can I, like, slowly shimmy my way out of this circle? But then it's also weird, like, it's weird socially, right? It's really weird socially if I just, like, leave the circle abruptly. And I'm like trying to do, like, in my mind, it's going slow-mo, the action time. In my brain, I'm trying to think of what to do. And the problem is I don't think fast enough, because the dude, he shimmies his way over to me as I'm thinking, like, freaking trying to brain blast. And he like, grabs me by the hips. And I am trapped. I am forced into the grind trap. And so I am forced into the grind trap. And I'm not grinding on him. I'm just kind of dancing. But obviously, he is maneuvering me in a way in which I may feel some harder object underneath me. And I'm just, like, praying for death. And I'm like, wow, this is university. Well, after the song ends, I go to get a drink. I go to leave the circle immediately. You're a freaking Ellen. I was trying my best. I was really trying my best. But it did not go. Okay. Anyway, so that was what happened there. So anyways, that's those are the occasions I've had. I've had some worse occasions too, but nothing too terrible. I already told you guys all of my creepy stories. Some of them are kind of funny, but some of them are kind of terrible. I only ever went to a club once and never again. Not my scene. It's like, the thing is that in my university, it was like a small university town, so like there wasn't anything to do on weekends except to drink and go to the club. I spent half my time. Like half my time I would be in my friend's room. She'd be showing me Doctor Who, or we'd be watching movies and stuff like that. But also I was like, I guess since I'm in university, like it's a different scene, I want to explore my options. Like try to like, I like to try anything once. So I tried clubbing. Clubbing is actually kind of fun, just because you're just having a silly drink, and then you're like kind of you're dancing, right? Who doesn't like dancing, right? I mean, or not who doesn't like dancing, but like who doesn't feel the urge to bop towards music, you know? And it helped me to get over being shy, dancing in public and stuff like that. So me and my friends, my housemates, they wanted to go drinking and clubbing on the weekends. So we would go drinking and clubbing on the weekends. And it's not like a huge club. It's like a university town level 1. So we were doing that every weekend. Another event where Rina hopes to bust. Yeah, exactly. I've never been to a club. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, it's totally fair. You live and you learn. Yeah. You learn how to say fuck the socials to Zen, right? In what way? Have you ever looked into the mirror and harassed yourself? I mean, I have looked in the mirror and vocally abused myself, certainly. I'll go with friends, but not solo. Oh, I would never go club solo, no. My uni is a big state by myself. I end up staying home anyways. Most of the school year is too cold to go out, which is super fair, yeah. Mine was actually pretty decent weather, and it was close enough I could walk. Because sometimes I would wear heels to the club sometimes, right? But then my feet would get tired, so I'd have to switch out the heels for, like, flats. Or if I forgot flats, I would just walk home barefoot. Because it was close enough. Never gone to a club, so... I mean, it'd be fun to try once or twice. I went to a strip club because my friend dragged me along. I felt nothing with the dance that they got from me. It probably didn't help that she baby talked to me. Probably said, like, oh, yeah, that wouldn't help for sure. That's a boner killer. I've never been to a strip club, but apparently me and Issa are going to one. Prior's not my scene either by a long shot. I once tried not to be private and join my friends, but once I was dancing, I started feeling physically unwell. I said, oh, that's unfortunate. That's why I realized my social anxiety wasn't just fun anymore. Damn. I mean, that's totally chill if at least you tried it and you figured out that you didn't like it. I also feel really awkward at parties, like if it's like actual like house party type thing. I went to one house party when I was in uni, and it was pretty awkward, but I got drunk, so at least I was or not drunk, I had a silly drink, haha. So at least I was like, not really lucid. Just be like, screw the social awkwardness, leaving the circle, I'm never getting assaulted again. Yeah, I think nowadays, I for sure. Yeah, no, for absolutely now, as an adult, years later, as a hag, some of you might put it, I'm way more confident in setting my boundaries, so I wouldn't give a damn about the social awkwardness now and the whatever situation. I'm just like, not into it. Yeah. Now you're going clubbing, right? Not really. I prefer to keep my hearing and be able to yap at people. I also like niche concerts, but only went to those after uni. Which is good. I'm just glad. I mean, everybody has their own stuff that they like to do. Like, now I wouldn't go to clubs either. It's not my scene. I'm old. Do you ever play House Party the game? Seems your energy. No, I haven't! It seems kind of fun, though. I'd like to try. I love bad movies and bad games. I can't do parties. I get almost way too easily, so that many people are that much. Yeah, that's super fair. But even like nowadays, I go to parties, but it's not a party. Do you know what I mean? It's like now that I'm an old hag, like the parties I go to are like me and 5 of my closest friends get together at someone's place for Christmas or like New Year's, and we have a few silly drinks and watch some funny YouTube videos. Like, it's not a house party. That's the parties I go to now. I'm a club kind of guy. I can vibe at a party though. Which is fair. It's funny when I was old, I'm a fossil. Office parties? I don't think I've ever been to an office party. I don't really think I've ever worked in a super office situation. The close friends get together is best though. Exactly, but it's technically a party, I guess, but it's not like what people think. Oh wow, they pop really fast, huh? No, please! Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Don't use that hag, to be honest. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they keep calling me hag when I'm only 21. The type of party that goes now. Honestly, that's the way too. I think so too. I don't mind a lot of runners, but I also don't like them either. I like smaller parties. Yeah, I do too. I honestly prefer smaller groups too. But again, I was in uni. I wanted to experiment. Love the logic that always was that. I love how the logic that always was screw the social awkwardness, because anytime anyone tried to interact with me, it wasn't socially awkward by default. It was socially awkward by default, so I never had it. I mean, that's good. You've protected yourself in your own way. It's not a real party. Everyone knows everyone really. Exactly. It's not that kind of party. Nice dinner party board games. Yeah, exactly. I like to think a true party always had a mixer element. I think so too. Like having like people you don't know too well, or being at a place that you guys don't know that well and stuff like that. Watching that movie will probably waste my time. I fell asleep long. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Those are best parties now. Oh, it's probably not fun if you're the only tech literate person in the room. Oh no, are they making you do the music? Honestly, back in 2023, I had fun of the off-caf room parties. Free drinks and cool VTuber fans make a... Like, I would be down for that. I just don't know if I would be... Like, if they go partying hard, I don't think I could do it. Heck, is it mindset? Yeah, sure. What do I even do at this point? Okay. Let me think. Sorry, let me lock in for a second and I'll read your comments about parties. Funny VTuber joke. Poop, 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 pee, 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 poop, 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 poop. Usada pekora damo. Konpeko damo. Konpeko. Konpeko. Amando. You guys see that stream where they did a silent stream in Discord chat? That was funny. Omorokatta, yeah. Guys, am I the goat? Hey guys, is my zodiac sign a ram? Because I'm the freaking goat. Huh? You guys want some cheese? Because I'm the goat. Am I, what's her name? The sheep? I forgot her name. Am I the sheep from HoloLive? Because I'm the goat. Rina cheese, please. Okay, too many of you are excited for Rina cheese. Never mind. Watame. Yeah, Watame. Yeah. Oh my. Watame. Yeah, am I Watame? Because I'm the goat, guys. My zodiac sign is actually the sign that's crazy. That's my... Yes! You're so good, right? Well, if you just made it, of course, at the same time. Did you really? Oh, me. Yeah, that's so funny. I am a gamer. Right! Well, it seems from the... Okay. Aside from, like, mine and my stepbrothers literally last Christmas, I can't remember any of the get-togethers was parties with a lot of people. I think that nowadays, yeah, when you get a lot older, it becomes, like, family gatherings or just, like, little gatherings with your friends. Sending out music and whatnot is the total part. It's having to explain to everyone the difference between how to close out a... Wait, why are they... Why are those topics during your work party? Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm very much now on the borderline being able to do parties. Really depends on the mood I'm with, which is super fair. Beko. I'm deep and trusting the mile. I've been invited by some people I met in VTuber fans groups hang out tagging along with them. Okay, yeah. As long as you're being safe. They started playing Tutor one of the streams they had Atrium promoting it. Really? That's really funny. A lot of people thrive in clubs and parties since they're usually the socially successful. Exactly, yeah. I basically have to fake it till I make it when I go to parties. I have to pretend to be an extrovert. Which, like, you'll be like, oh, Rina, you're a yapper, blah, 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 blah. But I'm actually, like... force myself not to be socially awkward. You have 6 a.m. last night yapping your friends. Let's go. Let's go! I'm about to, Rina. Thank you. Make it a room party because I was hanging out with friends. Oh, the Adrian sounds fun. The name girl was. Now I'm cooked. Can I revoke that comment? Which part? Can you save progress in the game? It saves automatically in the sense of like here, but if I fall, I will fall again. Too late, Jason. I'll take backs. Take back. Which brings us to the end of the stream. Wait, let me break this barrier. Oh, I can't. I can't break this barrier with my body. That's fucked up. Okay. Teehee! Teehee! I'm good! Yeah, for online quiet around. Well, I'm not quiet in real life, but if I'm basically it's the way where like I'm like water, right? I fill whatever. So like if I'm in a group and everyone's loud and like quiet, and like if there's more than 3 people I don't know, then I'll probably get quiet and awkward. I have to force myself to pretend to be someone else. I'll have to lock in and be Rina Astera of OshiLinkEN. It's just stream was very funny. Thank you guys for coming too! I hope you guys had fun. I honestly... Am I crazy? I can't believe we got to the 3rd area. I'm like genuinely can't believe we got to the 3rd area. Cause I was just chilling, vibing. But you guys, it was like, honestly, talking to you guys helped keep me calm so I didn't crash out. Sorry to anybody who wanted to see me crash out. I'm just too good at games to crash out. It's actually my meet me. She might have spent a lot of discussion, but you didn't crash, except glad you didn't crash out too hard for the game. The Kingdom Hearts part being the part that I crashed out hardest is crazy. Carrying the course of OshiLinkEN. I hate being at the reveal. Exactly. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you had a good one. Let me go look at YouTube. Do you guys want to go raid someone? You can go wait someone if you guys want. You guys want to wait someone? We can wait someone. We can wait someone. Watch Who should we raid? Who's actually still streaming? Thank you for streaming. I had a bad week because of the bad news I got yesterday. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better though. Nah? Oh wait, Fifi's still streaming, isn't she? Thank you guys for coming. It just PM Rina LinkEN. Yes, Rina LinkEN. Wait, she's still streaming? Okay, we're gonna raid Tiffy. I've got to raid Tiffy in so long, guys. I'm really excited. I still sound like a little from what you said about Delta stream. Oh yeah, about Delta stream? That's why I didn't talk. I didn't talk in Delta stream because I knew it would make Delta nervous. You know? So that's why I didn't talk in Delta stream. Teehee. Out of this class. Too late. I'm gonna raid her. Fuck that. Let's coffee stream upstairs. Oh, I'm glad. Do we have any fun member stuff? Okay, so next week we're gonna continue our watch along of Index, and then we'll try to see if we can get another member stream of Repo before the end of the month, but I'll have to see. But yeah, next week we'll probably do Index. Maybe Fifi's hurt, right? Thank you guys for coming. Bye bye. What's a yap? She better not be finished too quickly. Yeah, she's still fighting. Yeah, fuck that. Give her a good yap raid from me, okay? Bye, yappers. Bye bye, guys.